PodRatz are here.
Episode 9.
Episode 9. This is a special edition week. This is Zombie Survival Week.
In honor of the Walking Dead finale.
We have two guests today, two special guests.
Two guests.
We got Dan Hogwild Snyder and
David Tank Denny.
Yeah, David Tank Denny.
Yeah.
Say hello, guys.
Hey, what's up?
I'm David
What's up,
Tank
world?
Denny.
Yeah.
We had Dave on the last podcast,
Yeah, it didn't work.
it didn't work out, so he's on here
Hey, can
again.
you plug that in for me?
I'd love to.
Thanks, man. Yeah, Dave was on the last one. Sound didn't work too good, so bringing him back on.
Should have
And
heard.
Dan-
It's great though.
Dan, it's a special edition. He was here, decided to come on. Dan, tell us a little bit about yourself. We talk about you every podcast.
Yeah,
and,
you're finally here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I'm just Dan, you know what I mean? Just wake up every day, grateful to be the man. I feel like I got really lucky in this one life. That a lot of guys try really hard, and I wake up and put on an old shirt, and I still just conquer the fucking world every day.
Isn't that the worst when he puts you on the spot like that?
Yeah.
That's the way it gotta be. Dave, since people from last week didn't hear anything you had to say, give us a little info about yourself.
No, my name's Dave. Can't follow up Dan too much. I don't like talking about myself that much.
Yeah,
I mean,
if someone
you know
asked me, like,
everything.
tell me about yourself, I would not like
Yeah,
that.
I don't like doing it.
Yeah, well, I'm asking, I was asking a question, that's it. Again, Buzzy and Dylan are here also, obviously.
Hi guys.
And tonight is the season finale of The Walking Dead.
Is that show with the zombies?
Yeah, it's a real wild. It's getting wild. It should be wild tonight.
Yeah, it's a good show, man.
It is a good
I got
show.
into it late, and I started watching it like on demand and Netflix and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like all caught up.
A lot of people don't like it. They say it's a little bit soap opera-y.
I don't know
what's
I don't know what's not like about
Tank
it.
Denny isn't really a fan. We never watched it, though.
I see a lot of people
I watched some.
hating on Twitter
I don't
after
know.
the show. Everyone's
what?
complaining.
Yeah, because they have a bunch of stupid rules that they
Like,
think like
with Breaking
zombies have
Bad?
the most variation of like
They complain about
rules.
of not the zombies. I see complaints about like the cliffhangers they always leave, or like why didn't this develop in this
Well, I
episode?
mean,
It's a
they-
TV series.
Yeah, it's a
isn't
TV
it?
series.
No one
And
complained about-
cliffhanger is like the name of the game.
No,
Yeah.
but I didn't see that for any other like big series like Dexter or Lost or The Walking Dead.
True
or,
Blood.
Or
It's
not The
all
Walking
about
Dead.
cliffhangers.
yeah,
You ever watch True Blood?
A couple episodes.
it's pretty much a porno.
It's like the gayest shit
With
I've ever seen.
vampires.
It's pretty good.
Nah, hey,
I like
No,
it.
Hey,
it's
now.
gay. It's gay.
I mean,
It makes me feel stupid the whole time.
yeah. Well, I mean,
never watched
I
it.
definitely, I think it's pretty good. I
Yeah,
like it.
I'm a fan.
Nah,
No.
Again, it's Dan's Where the Highway. No, but like I said, Zombie Survival Week, and me and we're all pretty much big zombie fans.
I thought that little bitch was gonna kill that baby, man.
I know, me too. Whenever I seen that bloody knife,
I thought you was
yeah.
gonna kill that motherfucker. in the woods.
yeah,
Supposed to look good. Killing rats and stuff.
yeah,
That stupid bitch.
feeding them rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, the PodRatz, no big deal. Name drop.
Yeah.
So Dan, you have previous experience in special effects.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I didn't know this.
Neither did I.
Neither did I.
Elaborate.
How close is we?
Fill us in on it.
Well, to answer Buzzy's question, he asked how close we were. I actually just found out his real name like a week ago.
What is your real name? I don't
See,
know.
he didn't even
not-
know either.
Yeah.
Not to be talked about on the podcast.
Oh, wow.
Marcus, something like Marcus.
He doesn't give away his
Oh
government
wow,
name.
yeah, I didn't know your name.
It's William. It's really not that big of a deal. No one calls me that.
Is
My
it?
parents
I
don't
like
call me
that
that.
name.
Where did Buzzy come from, though?
So when I was born, I was in an incubator for some reason, and I was like a 8-pound baby in an
Like
incubator.
reptile eggs in an incubator? Like
You
that?
know how they put babies in like premature
Why were you
babies
in
in
there?
incubators? Because they needed to do a spinal tap on my mom, and they needed somewhere to hold me, and it was full. So I was just chilling in the
you kind
incubator.
of what you were saying is you weren't tough enough to survive.
No, they just have me chilling there. Let me finish the fucking story. So when you're in those, they have like IVs hooked up to you just to monitor because there's a bunch of babies, and if something goes wrong, the machine will buzz. And I had the IVs in me, and I kept pulling them out, and the machine kept buzzing. And the nurses were calling me a buzzsaw.
I like
So
that.
it's been sticking.
Yeah, that's a
it's been
cool story.
stuck
Since
that day.
birth, that's pretty
Since
cool.
the day of birth.
And that's a cool story because
That actually
my
is
fucking
awesome.
nickname is
Yeah.
Strawberry, and I had a terrible story of how that was done. But
Strawberry
at
blonde.
least you got a cool name.
How I want to hear your
You
story
should
now.
have
I'm
kept
intrigued.
Buzzsaw instead of...
Nah, man, buzzsaw, that's hard.
Yeah, it's real hard.
Buzzsaw.
Yes, I can say that.
Buzzsaw torque.
It's 3 minutes of playtime.
Sounds like a wrestler.
It is. You ever see
Yeah,
Spider-Man?
that's Bonesaw right
Macho
there.
Man? Bonesaw is ready. Anyway, zombies.
Yeah,
Dan,
nothing to do with zombies.
Dan, answer the question about you have special effects experience. Tell us a little bit about it.
What do you want to know?
Where did you go to school? How did you get involved?
Well, I guess it seemed like a cool way to like make art and have a realistic career. Because art's a pretty fucked up like category as far as work.
Starving artist.
It's just everybody's like I paint stuff and everyone's like, oh, why don't you get into something? Like, what do you even do? You know, like my friend Tyler owns the Airbrush shop in Century Mall.
I think you could say our friend. No big deal.
Whatever, but like, he was smart about it and he has like a career. But like, when you're just like making some paintings and shit, unless you're like anybody, you're not gonna like, it can be really good. And if nobody ever heard of you, you're not gonna sell for shit.
Yeah.
Or like, you can be like, there's these elephants that blow paint out of their trunks on the canvases.
Yeah, I've seen
And
that.
people buy them for like astronomical amounts of money.
My dad has some elephant paintings. They look, they're flowers. You can tell what they are.
It's an elephant painting.
Wait, your
Yeah.
dad really bought elephant
My
paintings?
parents went to Thailand. My uncle lives in
Oh,
Thailand.
that's wild.
Shout out to
So-
Uncle Jim,
Wow.
live from
It's
Thailand.
real wild.
But
Yeah.
my parents went to visit, and like the goddamn elephant can like paint real flowers or paint an elephant painting.
They
Like
talk
I
about
seen
that on
the
it's not
elephants.
just splatter.
They
They're
talk
Yeah, I
not
about
brushed.
that on
I've
Rogan's
seen them, yeah.
podcast.
You ever see the videos? Of the
But I don't
elephants
think people. You say people paint, but I don't think they paid more than $100 a photo, like a picture.
Nah, man, the ones with them blowing out their trunks. people
This
paint.
Van Gogh
They
elephants.
just they
high
blow
class
just blow
ones.
random
They
splatters.
stuck out paint, splattered.
That's it.
It was like tens
What?
of thousands of dollars people were paying for it. This was like,
There's a fucking guy
Out of
who
high school.
eats different colored liquids and throws up on canvases and like drags it around, and people pay like hundreds of thousands of dollars for it.
yeah, art's a fucked up thing, man.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
It's ridiculous. It really is. Anyway, back to the whole.
Well, the special effects thing is cool. I mean, but like, if you look at like Walking Dead and the effects in that show, it's like, it's unbelievable.
Incredible.
It's fucking incredible. It's shit like that show and other things that'll make you not want to do anything, because it's just like,
I think there's people that are already that good enough. How are you going to be able to do that?
well, like you gotta understand, like you go to school or something like that, and then you get out look for a job. Like those dudes are working in the field. Those ain't just like, they're not like ex-baseball players who are like, one day I want to be as good as Babe Ruth. Like them dudes are working.
Yeah.
So if it's like if there's like a shop, and then there's you at a school, and then there's my man there, crushing, who they gonna pick? You know what I mean? Like, look at that.
Heard about it.
Like he's there. Like he's there. He's established, and he's
Yeah.
killing, crushing. And then there's you. You might be ambitious and willing to learn, but that doesn't mean a fuck. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They might work with you a little bit, help you. You can clean up some shit, but
Mm.
I got some friends that are out there right now doing some shit, doing some big guys, some big things. Some of my friends. I don't know what they make, but like they probably have a happy living.
Yeah.
You know? Like their life seems pretty cool.
Yeah, so they're getting paid to do shit that they love to do.
Yeah, money ain't everything, but if you're getting by doing something that's a passion, I mean, that's a win to me,
Yeah.
no doubt.
I don't know if I'm stepping on a cord or not, but my shit's got in and out now a little bit.
Cheap fucking Behringer
All
audio.
right.
God damn you.
But-
But
that
you went
same song we
to
got.
Douglas Academy, correct?
The academy, yeah.
Would you learn how to do there?
A little bit of everything, I guess. Like the special effects, the molding,
Did you do this after high school?
yeah, a little bit after. It was probably, if I look back on it, one of the bigger mistakes of my whole life. Just because it ain't cheap paying for those. I mean, I talk to a lot of people. I still talk to like all the people I graduated with and shit, and they still like, they say the same thing. It's like,
Yeah, most people I talk to with degrees in the arts just say,
yeah, they wish
get
they
into
would
it. Just get right into it out of high
just try,
school.
yeah. It's,
Get your head
yeah,
deep.
I mean,
Work with someone if you can.
in art school is like anywhere, man. It's so much. You know,
The Art
Yeah.
Institute downtown's rated like the #1 worst college in the United States.
you know what I mean? Like even like
It's like the biggest
like,
fucking
you were-
art
like
school.
Buzz, like earlier, me and you talked even earlier today, like
Uh-huh.
about recording. You know what I mean? How you said you were debating school recording. That's almost in the category the same kind of deal. You know, it's like you as art school recording, video, all that shit.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
there are foundations you need to know, no doubt. But other than that, man, you can probably jump into it and have somebody just take you under your wing.
there's a fucking internet right now. You can learn anything on YouTube.
bro.
Yeah.
I know, dude.
And it's better than any college course you're gonna
No
take.
doubt, dude.
Heard about it.
I've heard about
That was another thing
You-
too that sucked about the Douglas school is because some of the instructors there were like people that worked in the field that were going to go back. So if you were like good at something, like I was good at like painting eyes.
Yeah.
The teacher that taught me was like really good at painting eyes, and he was going back. So there were things I'd be like, "Yo, show me how you did that," and he'd be like, "No." I'm like, what do you mean, no? I'm paying like $40,000 to come here.
He really would say that.
Yeah.
Because you did prosthetic eyes for a little bit, right?
Yeah. So he would say like, "Nah." I'm like, "What do you mean, nah?" He'd be like, "Well, I mean, I'm going back."
Someone's phone
You could
going
be-
off.
Just put that on your lap. You can hear it going.
Shit. Gotta step out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Personal call.
Son of a bitch.
Make sure you argue, or if you're talking in the mirror so we can read your body language.
It's his work calling. Dan works for a company where he is on call 24/7, pretty much.
We see him in the window
That's
still.
rough,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, he's on call
right.
pretty much all the time. Can't really do anything about it. But yeah, we've all been a fan of zombies for a long time. Dan is one of the more interesting people I've ever met. He's done a lot of shit. He's done stunt work for people. He's worked on that Warrior movie. He was like one of the main extras on there. He did prosthetic eyes, paints, everything like that. He's really good at airbrushing too. He actually just donated a fridge to the studio with a pretty sick calavera on the front of it.
Yeah, it's pretty
It
amazing.
looks real cool.
Yeah, it's like a Virgin Mary calavera. But to the main point of this week, zombies. There's all
Yes.
different fucking kinds. There's fast ones and slow ones. That's the main.
Chad has been so stoked about coffee, zombies all week.
Yeah, I really have. I love zombies. I've always loved them. You good? You gotta like leave or anything?
No.
Oh, that's cool. But yeah, zombies. The main thing, two different ways to classify them is the slow original ones and the fast. There's the slow Night of the Living Dead ones, and then there's the fast 28 Days Later
Yeah, I
ones.
like the old 28 Days Later.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
8 days later, it's just
Yeah,
wild.
well, you guys
Nah,
like
man, I
those
ain't
ones.
into it.
Those are the scariest
I
ones.
don't like them.
Yeah.
Those are the most realistic to happen
Yeah.
ones.
I think that might be the only zombie movie I've ever sat through.
Dude,
28
you know
days
what?
later and 28
Really?
weeks later, yeah.
There's
I
something
think those
wrong
are
with you.
I think those are the worst ones.
Yeah, what the fuck is
Yeah,
going on
could someone
upstairs?
quit? What is that?
Is that upstairs?
Or is
or-
that someone like here hitting the wall or
It's
something?
none of us.
None of us are hitting
Yeah.
a wall. Wild shit
But,
going on.
well,
Breaking
dude,
in
I think some of
upstairs.
the best ones are in Zombieland, man. Those zombies
Yeah,
are
that
good
was
in that
good.
Yeah,
movie.
those were good zombies too. But the thing is like there's the fast ones that like can sprint for prolonged periods of time and like never get tired and everything like that. Like 28 Days Later and like what's the other one that came out that was they were like the
What would
rage?
they run?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean World War Z. That's it. They
Yeah.
were like the running ones.
Yeah, that was a wild one.
Yeah, and like they come out with those ones, but I'm more of a fan of the original. Night
No
of the
doubt,
Living Dead.
man. A zombie isn't supposed to be agile
Yeah.
or fast.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be able to like. They're supposed to be slow, sluggish, and they're
What
supposed
was
to.
They're supposed
the
to be
original
It's way scarier.
zombie
when they
movie
can
that
chase
was
you.
recorded?
Yeah, but that's like
I-
not
Night of the Living
movies.
Dead.
Night of the Living Dead.
Night
That
of the
was
Living
like,
Dead was it was filmed over in was it Moon?
parts of it were
Somewhere
out by
by Moon?
Slippery Rock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
I've
been
to the
parts of it
cemetery.
everywhere around here. Me and
Yeah.
Dan actually met we met her name is Kira Shawn. She's the little girl
Yeah, we met the whole
in
cast of
there.
that movie.
Yeah, we
Circle
met
Back to
the whole cast at this
of the
monster movie
remake of
convention.
the 1988 remake
Yeah.
because the original was black and white.
Yeah, no, that we met the cast from the original one.
I thought it was the remake.
No, that wasn't the remake. That wasn't the girl from the remake.
Oh yeah, that
we met
was
the original people.
girl,
They look a
Dan,
lot
Dan
different
was Dan was inebriated. Dude, the best story, one of the best stories I had with him, the big like headliner there to people to meet was fucking Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, yeah.
And we went in there, and he was such a fucking dickhead.
Really?
Charging $40 for a picture and everything. Like I asked to take one with my phone.
I said, "What do you think you are, Brett
25
Reynolds?"
bucks. Dude, Dan kept saying, "Man, that's incredible. Man, that's incredible. Man, that's incredible."
He's the
After
Incredible Hulk.
I
everything he
said,
said.
"Yeah, man, you were like pretty big back in the day, huh?" And he was like,
2% body fat.
Yeah, he goes-
Weighed 260 pounds, 2% body
"He
fat.
goes, had 3% body fat, whatever." I said, "Man, that's incredible."
It was real funny, but it was cool. We got to meet her. Kira Shawn, that she was a little girl. She was really awesome talking to us about all that stuff.
She was the coolest one there, no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's
Then
the
we
art
got to
teacher.
meet the sheriff.
She's the art
and-
teacher.
Yeah, she makes her own jewelry. This crazy. She had like some jewelry there. She had like she kills her dad with the concrete trowel, and she had like this jewelry. It was like a concrete trowel on this necklace. It was pretty cool. But those are what I'm the biggest.
You know how
fan
sharp
of.
those things get?
Yeah, real
I
sharp.
had one I used for work, and it's
Yeah, my dad's been doing that for a long time.
The Dawn of the Dead remake they run too.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead remake.
I
Is,
like that a lot.
that was probably my favorite
Zack
zombie
Snyder.
movie of the new school zombies that sprint.
I think my favorites are like that and 28 Days Later. if had
I
to
like
pick.
those too, but I only like them because it's just like a different take.
What's like
My
your favorite?
favorite?
Yeah,
My
what are your
favorite zombie?
favorites?
Mine is,
let's go through everyone.
Well, I mean, I think the original is pretty good. But I like Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, that's it.
That's probably the best one. It's just awesome.
You have the goo guy.
The good dude,
Yeah.
the tall guy.
The goo
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
The good dude.
That's real cool. It's cool because like I've always had like an interest in like doing the
What's
zombie
your
makeup and
favorite
stuff
movie?
like that. My favorite zombie movie is
Yeah.
probably I like the remake of Night of the Living Dead, and I like the remake of Dawn of the
remake's
Dead.
cool.
The remake they did awesome with it. I thought
Yeah,
they
the
did.
88 one, man, it was great.
Yeah, I thought they did really good with it, and I like the original too, just because that's like the OG one.
I
You
just
have to
don't-
appreciate
I don't
it.
really like the original ones. They just don't hold up to me anymore.
Yeah, I was never a fan.
Well, you
when
got
I
to
saw
think.
them.
You got to
How old are
think.
you guys though? How old are you?
23.
23.
Yeah, they're as old as me, but like you got to think of like how incredible that was back
Yeah,
in the
it's
day.
just
Whenever
not
it was
my
Even now,
favorite.
man, it's not like it's old and good. It's like good.
Yeah, it is. I really like it a lot. But the remake's probably one of my favorite, or the remake of Dawn of the Dead too. 'Cause
When
that
did those
was-
come out?
Dawn of the Dawn of
90s?
the Dead remake came out in
Like
2001
2000.
or
I like that one.
2002.
Yeah,
or
The
something.
original was older. It's
Yeah.
in
Yeah, the original
long.
one was in like
Okay.
89, I think. Oh, I got the laptop right here. Let's
Yeah,
look it
look
up.
that up. Let's get it straight. Land of the Dead is by far the worst.
Where
they
they
swim.
can use,
told-
they
They
can
learn
use
how
the
to
gas
swim.
pump and the
Is
slings
that
on the
a movie
gun.
about dinosaurs?
Yeah, but there's two different ways. That's
That's
the
Land
difference.
Before
I know.
Time.
Like that's the
I'm just
difference.
being
You know what I mean?
sarcastic.
Like, you look at like Land of the Dead, how you say like they like did things strategically,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
gay, right?
Yeah.
But like in Return of the Living Dead, they also did things like that, but it was like they made it awesome. You know, what I mean, there was a one zombie that like dressed up like a cop. It was like flagging dudes over driving. They would pull over and he would just eat them. But it was like cool.
But that's
You know
funny
what I
because they
mean?
knew that was like a joke.
Because they were hard, yeah.
Yeah, but
They
Land
were
of the
hard.
Dead, it's like John Leguizamo
Yeah,
and
they
all
tried
that
making
shit.
that shit
They did
serious.
have good makeup though, but for the record, the original Dawn of the Dead was in '78, and the remake was in 2004, and that's pretty wild. I remember they showed an extended scene at the beginning where the girl eats her husband or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember I was watching some MTV show and they were like, oh, after this we're going to show like an extended preview of Dawn of the Dead. And I was like, oh, fuck. I mean, I got to watch it. I'm going to be scared though. I was so fucking freaked out. It was ridiculous. But yeah, it was good. It was a real good movie.
It's good. You want to know something that's kind of... You guys might not know about zombies?
What?
They're a white thing.
What?
What?
Zombies are kind of like a white thing.
Like white people like it. you mean?
Yeah.
Like my friend Jay is
Yeah,
like
pretty
one of
much.
my best friends in the world. I talked to him about zombies. He says, he's like, bro, it's like, because his wife is white and shit, you know what I mean? And like, he said, I never heard any black person ever talk about zombies ever. He said, it's a white thing, man. I was like, for real?
funny.
He goes, yeah, man. Like, it's either like my wife or you or like anybody I work with, but like other than that, like my black friends and shit, never once even like mentioned seeing a zombie movie, talked about it. I'm like, bro, like what else don't we know? You know what I mean?
Dude, another one of my favorite zombie movies is definitely Zombieland. That was such a cool, like,
Yeah,
Tilda
yeah.
Swinton,
Bill
Emma
Murray and
Stone.
Woody Harrelson.
She's just like,
Emma Stone.
Yeah, I thought I watched that. That was
Fox.
awesome.
She's a
Emma
fox.
Stone, man.
Woody Harrelson's a man too. That's
No
why.
doubt,
Yeah,
bro.
he's
Yeah,
like-
He's
I'd rather
just a
chill with
man.
him and Emma Stone any day.
I would definitely chill Woody Harrelson.
He's a good guy.
I just read this article about.
Who's Woody
I know this is random, but Bill Murray was in Zombieland. I just read an article that he was voted the best dressed golfer the past like 15 years.
Because of Pabst Blue
Yeah,
Ribbon.
you see
Every-
his Pabst
yeah, he had the
shorts.
Paps pants.
Yeah.
He has the funniest shit going on.
He's a good guy.
But
He's trending right now, I feel like.
Yeah.
he probably is.
Bro.
Shout out to Bill Murray.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Props
Coffee
to
Tree
Bill Murray.
Roasters for this free, delicious Guatemalan coffee.
It's pretty good.
It was
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it was
good.
good.
I started with the old Resident Evil 1 back in the day. That was
Yeah,
probably
man.
like my first.
I remember
How
I was-
good of a game is that?
Scary as hell back
all
in the
of them.
day.
You beat that?
Your anxieties is
What?
through the
Did you
roof
beat
playing.
Oh, I beat them all.
Okay, man.
He's the
You
wildest
watch
in
Walking
video games.
Dead?
Yeah.
You know, like that tone they use?
What do you mean?
It's like in between scenes, like they're like walking through the woods and has like that beep, like that little music.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like the same music that when you're in like the typewriter room,
Yeah,
to, like
the
save
safe
your
house?
game.
The
yeah,
safe room?
it sounds
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
man, it might be the same thing.
Yeah.
I think I gotta talk to somebody that's playing that game. I think it's the
saving
same.
your game, like
I
the
think
storage
it's,
chest.
Yeah, I think it's the same
I used to
thing.
hang out with Chris Guy, and we would every Friday, like this was before we drove or had money to do anything.
Yeah.
We would sit in his room and just turn all the lights off and just play Resident Evil the entire time, and I was so fucking freaked
That's
out.
playing with fire, man.
Yeah, Resident Evil 2 for N64. I'd go over Brian's house to play it, and we'd be on these like little kid chairs. And like, have you played Resident Evil 2 before?
Yeah, too.
You know, like when you're in the police department and the walls are boarded up, and like you'll be
The
walking
hands
through,
coming
and the
through.
hit come through.
Yeah.
Yeah, one like came through the wood, and Brian like literally like fell off his chair like backwards. I'll never forget that. So funny.
3's good.
Nemesis. Oh yeah, real good.
Fucking Nemesis,
I like
right?
the
play
the movie. The movie was good too.
I hated the movie.
I fucking hated the movie.
Everyone
bro.
who's
I
played
thought
the
the
game.
movie
If you're a
was
game dude,
yeah.
you're gonna hate the movie.
The laser grid system killed more people than zombies did in the
Uh-huh.
first movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
thought
but
it was
like,
cool.
yeah, man. In 3, you be 3.
Yeah. And the mercenaries mode,
Yeah.
real pissed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know how like if you play like you remember how there's like when you first start you get to pick like normal, easy,
On hard, and
whatever.
you get like the parts
weapons
Nemesis
for the
drops.
guns,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Damn,
those,
bro.
those were the days.
I'm excited.
Have you played like all of them?
I played like some. Riker would be a dude you want to talk to
The
about.
the
that
last
shit.
one is where I gave up. Like they just
Yeah.
don't have it
I played
anymore.
0 a little bit.
Yeah, I played that. Yeah.
Everybody go to school with Riker?
Yeah,
Victor, you mean?
yeah.
My he works at. Does he still work
Basic
at Basic
Carbide.
Carbide? My
Yeah.
buddy used to work with him. He said he was awesome.
He is. He's the man. He has one of the nicest beards of anyone
Yeah,
I've
seen
ever
him.
met.
Kind
He's
of jealous.
bitter.
He actually
Little-
cut it out.
Riker's bitter.
Riker's
Like he'll win the Powerball and be like, whatever.
Think he's
What'd you
listening?
say?
He'll hit Powerball and go, whatever. He'll hit for like 100 million and he'll be like, it's only 800 million after taxes. He's happy. Just like, come on, man.
Dave, what's your favorite type of zombie? What's your favorite zombie?
Like from
movie?
which movie?
Yeah.
Like I said, I really like
Said
it.
he
In,
likes the running ones.
yeah, I mean, I really like him in Zombieland. I think that was a good idea.
Yeah. What's a
And
good idea?
28 Days Later.
Yeah.
I think are like the 28 Days Later is probably like the scariest one.
I didn't really like 28 Weeks Later though. The
Yeah, it was
sequel.
just like whatever.
I didn't see the whole thing. I only saw
28 Days
that
Later, I
on
remember whenever I
TV.
seen that, I would always go with my cousin to see these movies. Because my older cousin,
Yeah.
because like he worked at Kennywood at the time and like he just didn't have a lot of shit to do. And I remember I went to see it, and whenever he smacked that first zombie, that priest with that bag full of Pepsis,
Yeah.
that was so fucking wild.
It's cool that they like vacated all of London for that one scene.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
was-
when
it
he-
was
or
real sick.
wherever
Yeah,
it
Yeah,
was.
that's real cool.
Yeah.
It was.
And then when he's like at the end, he's gouging that dude's eyes out, and that sick music's
Yeah.
playing.
That's
Yeah.
what's cool about
song.
movies. Is
That was in Kick-Ass.
Yeah,
with
Nicolas
Real
Cage
Fist.
was there.
it's cool. Like you think like they vacated London, whatever, for that just that scene.
Yeah.
Or even like scenes where they'll film like a car driving and it's like real far away.
Yeah.
Might have a helicopter or something like that. You don't even realize
The work that it takes for that
Yeah.
how
one
much
scene.
money they could have
Yeah,
dropped
for,
for,
like,
just
one
like
scene.
camera angle. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's cool.
sure.
One
It's
thing
cool.
that I like ever since I was like younger, me and my brother would always like put ourselves in like zombie scenarios and like what we would get. What weapon would you choose if you could choose one handheld weapon besides a gun?
Just one.
Well, I mean, if you had to choose that, you could choose. Well, we'll do it like this. What melee weapon would you choose, and then what type of gun would you choose? What kind of melee weapon you choose? Myself, I would choose a katana for sure, absolutely, hands down.
I was gonna say some type of sword. You know?
Yeah.
That sword's kind of obvious.
Because like
Yeah.
that's or well,
Outside of sword though, like if you had to be creative, I mean, I feel like a sword.
Like if you didn't have access to a samurai
yeah,
sword.
yeah. A bat would be helpful.
bat
you know what I
anything
mean?
would be cool. Like a
Do you know
bat,
what would be decent?
a bat with one nail out of it.
A garden hoe.
Yeah, that would be good. Or even like a sickle. Sickle.
Yeah.
Anything sharp. And
Any-
like,
anything
Sounds like
with a
heavy,
point.
though.
Anything with a point. You could get away with a broken golf club, and just start popping them in it. Bang, bang, bang.
I would like something quick to recoil.
Yeah.
with,
Honestly,
you know what I
dude,
mean?
I was talking about this the other day.
Hockey stick.
One of the coolest things.
Say Jay and Silent Bob.
I would just love to hit, to take
HE
some out.
double
with it.
hockey sticks.
Just one
that
hockey
old
stick.
Disney
Say mall
movie.
rats, bro.
hammer wouldn't be bad, I guess.
Hammer
Yeah,
would be cool.
anything
You have
like
to
that would
so
be good.
close for a hammer.
Carpet
Too
kicker.
close
Dude,
for comfort.
imagine
Yeah,
taking
no doubt.
imagine taking one of them cattle prod things that they had from No Country for Old Men that was just ran by compressed air,
Yeah.
and putting that on like a staff or something like that, and you can just boom, 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 boom.
Run
Here's-
out of
here's
compressed
what I
air
always say.
eventually.
Yeah, then you're.
When I watch like Walking Dead,
But you could always refill it.
Oh yeah,
I
all
watched
the
Walking
CO2
Dead,
you
it's just-
find in the apocalypse.
It's just compressed air.
I mean, good luck.
If
Find
you have
it.
an air compressor,
Yeah.
you have to
carry
have
it
a
out
large
with
air
you.
compressor.
Carry it with you like.
on a boat bag.
like
mean,
pulling
you
it.
could
You look like a
go-
Ghostbuster with an air
You
compressor.
can
on
go
it.
somewhere with it. Whatever.
But
Piss off.
to get that much pressure, you would need a huge air compressor. You couldn't just have like a regular.
You're gonna go at different times. I mean, that would just be a cool weapon to
It
have.
would
Yeah,
run out
definitely.
eventually, though.
Obviously, it would run out eventually. Anyway, go ahead.
cool
What you were
option.
saying?
I feel like fire would be a good thing to use. You know, like never do anything like that.
Flamethrower.
If you were going
Like
with the
not
bow and
necessarily a
arrow,
flamethrower, but like
Yeah, bow and arrow crossbow. That would be pissed.
like I was like in The
Cross-
Walking
but-
Dead, like
but
when they were
what-
at the prison, all that was always bringing the fence down over like every day. There was like more and more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I said,
but-
why don't they go out there and just catch them on fire?
What is that gonna do?
Kill them.
How does that kill
I
him?
have to be like stabbed in the head or
Yeah, you gotta sever their spinal cord
It'll
to.
burn them, bro.
Oh, will it burn them?
It'll burn.
just
'em,
be
bro.
on fire alive.
You ever see something burn to nothing?
Yeah, but like you could literally cut a zombie in half and it will still keep crawling at you. and
Yeah, I
shit.
get that, but like if you burn something and it burns,
Eventually just burn.
it'll burn
completely
it'll-
away.
yeah, it'll burn the
probably.
brain.
I guess it'd probably take a little bit longer though.
Yeah.
Tomatoes, tomatoes.
a number of time in the zombie apocalypse.
That's true. That's true. What kind of guns would you have? I would have a 22.
22.
You just
Dude.
stole that from Cody Donovan's because that's what he said.
No, I've always
Just
said
because of
that I would have a
accuracy.
22.
Just because of accuracy.
No, because it's the smallest bullets, like, and that's the most you could get. I had this. I have this
Most
20.
bullets per clip. That's what you mean?
No, like they're the smallest bullets and they're easy to travel with. Like I had this.
I would go with whatever the most popular bullet is. So like,
Like a
Yeah,
number.
like
It's-
9mm.
I've
Yeah.
always said that because
Yeah.
I had my dad got me this semi-automatic 22 rifle whenever I was younger,
okay,
and I remember like 1,000 rounds of that was literally
I got a little box.
like a
Yeah.
5x8 box.
Yeah, but you can shoot somebody in the head with a 22 and like there's
Yeah,
a chance
exactly.
they could live. We used to shoot 22s with phone books in Shane's basement when we were drunk.
Yeah.
We used to duct tape phone books to his wall and shoot shotguns and 22s at him in his basement.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
22s would go
22's
like
weak, yeah.
a half an inch maybe like into it. It would just pop, like, you know.
Granted, a body's not as dense as a phone book, but
Yeah, especially if it was like rotting.
Yeah, rotted a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably go through it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Would definitely be pissed.
I always
Well-
wanted to have like a gun that would like pop out of like my wing area,
Oh yeah.
with, like 2 chambers.
Like
that-
on
like Sex Machine?
Desperado and yeah, or Dust Till Dawn.
My ween area. He
Out of
says.
my, out of like my dingus area.
Oh, an update. We might. It's not confirmed yet, but we might.
Update alert!
We
Update
might
alert!
have Tom Savini on here coming up soon. I've been in contact with his assistant.
We shouldn't
Yeah,
even
Baker,
say
I know
that
that
because then
dude.
if he doesn't, we'll look like idiots.
Why? I said it's not confirmed yet.
Well,
It's really not a
still.
big deal
Yeah, that
whatsoever.
dude you were texting, Jason Baker.
Yeah.
Like I know that dude.
You know him?
Yeah, Cartman.
Yeah, Cartman. That was his email.
Cartman.
Well, that's cool.
Did
Yeah,
you-
he said that Tom's he said that Tom is busy for the next couple weeks, but I don't know. I emailed him back and everything, so we'll see what he says.
That'd be real cool.
It would be neat.
Pissed.
Gun 9mm MP5K. Would probably be a great one.
Yeah, small.
that would be
gets the
wild.
job done. Yeah, I'd want like some type of machine gun with like a big clip just in case.
Just a
Yeah.
big old clip hanging
But
out.
then like ammo, would always be scarce for whatever weapon
See,
you'd
I'm
have.
not like a gun dude.
Yeah,
I don't know about guns.
we have a shitload of guns. Me and my dad. We've always hunted and everything. I won an AR-15 about 3 years ago.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, lucky
Why don't
rat.
you brag about it?
Real pissed. It was real pissed.
Is everyone here in favor of guns?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guns don't kill people. People kill people.
Yep.
That's the main thing.
Very true.
Yeah.
Maverick kills people.
Yeah, Maverick kills people. So, I mean, do you have like your own escape route if zombies would come like right now? Like obviously not right this second while we're in this room. But I mean,
Studio,
like, if you're at your
zombie
house,
apocalypse, escape
Like, if
route.
you're-
Can
your
I ask
house-
a question real quick?
yeah.
Dave, are you a fan of zombies?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not like die-hard zombies.
Who's
but
the biggest-
I think they're cool.
You and Dill, are the like big zombie.
Probably
Who's
me, him
you?
and Dan.
Dan.
I've
Just
always loved them forever. It's good stuff.
No, I like all the movies and stuff.
There's a big rabbit hole people can go down when it comes to zombies. Like
Oh,
there's people
dude.
that are
I can talk about
crazy
it
about it.
forever.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
like all into it.
Forever.
That's
I'm
what I was,
talking
that's
about
why I asked because
I have
How
every
deep do you go?
single like if I was in my room at my house and I turned on the news and they said zombies were coming. I literally have an entire
And then
plan
they
of
told
what
me.
I would do. Me and my brother have always done that. We would go take my dog for a walk, and my brother would be like, "What would you do right now?" And I'd have to like decide what I would do, how everything would happen.
Hope that can translate to like something way more plausible.
Yeah, well, I mean, like
if
that's
we
all.
have a
That's
solar flare
mind
and-
you, that's all the slow. That's the slow Night of the Living Dead zombies. If they were the fast zombies, I'm just a fat white kid. I would die very fast. Motherfuckers
Yeah.
be sprinting at me.
You just gotta go out west, man.
Yeah.
Open land like Wyoming or something.
So you have a plane.
I have a I would
Yeah.
just
Camp up
I would
in a
just,
think
building.
fly
Mountains
around.
would be the way to go.
What is it?
Mountains,
Yeah.
I think. Like real steep, like
Yeah, they
real
probably
mountains.
couldn't climb mountains too well.
yeah,
They probably would give up.
yeah.
Like, why would you go through the mountains when
Well,
there's
you
no one
figure
there?
if you
Very
try to
true.
climb up like a steep
Yeah.
hill, you gotta like kind of like do it strategically, and those things are just gonna try to walk up.
I've
and they're
never
just gonna
watched
fall
The
down.
Walking Dead, but it seems like they're out in the middle of nowhere and they're zombies, right?
Yeah, it's
Pretty
kind of like
much
it's like
everywhere.
it's Atlanta. Like they started out in
I figured
Atlanta, in the
zombies would
city.
zombies would just be around cities and never go to like.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, eventually, if there's nothing to eat in the cities, whenever like they were in the city, whenever they had the scenes there, everything was like desolate. So like they have to move along eventually to find.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The rules in The Walking Dead are like, if you die at all, like if you just die from starvation, you'd still turn into a zombie.
Yeah.
Like,
So
you're
like
already
even if
infected.
dumb
Who's watched The
people-
Walking Dead or has The Walking Dead comics?
I've read a couple of them, but it's just too much money to like.
My buddies are starting to get into them. Shout out
Yeah.
to Steve
Yeah,
Steve Klein.
my buddy Bill Loving has read every
What
single
are they,
one
like
of them.
$5 each?
No, they're like $16 each.
Even in digital format.
Oh, I don't know about digital. You can
Digital's
bootleg
better.
them. Yeah, you can just bootleg
Well,
them. But
I mean,
like,
Yeah.
I'm sure he buys them from iTunes.
yeah, you thought probably 12, 15 bucks a piece. You
I
thought.
don't think they're that much.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't
not
think
digital
they're
ones.
that
We'll look it
much
up. I'll look them up on iTunes right
Just
now.
even issues are normally like $3. I mean,
That's what I figured.
Now, like the first issues, I'm sure they're.
I don't know. I only ever bought them on books, like the actual paper.
You're talking about like giant, like compilations of them, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're probably talking about a
Yeah.
whole
No, no, I'm-
season.
like
of them.
volumes,
I'm
Yeah.
talking
Or
about
trade.
literally one episode.
Like a
that's
few
like 20
pages.
pages.
one
Yes.
issue,
Yeah,
Trade,
one issue.
yeah.
It's like 20 pages.
Yeah.
It's like 12. I'll look at it right now.
like
Is
a
that really-
hardback. You mean?
No, like
like-
the one I gave Dustin was like between 12 and 16 bucks.
Has the comic released before the shows?
Yeah, that's been,
Yeah,
it's
it's
been
been
around.
around
And they're
forever.
not the same. They're not anywhere near.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
like loosely follows some of it.
yeah, different people die
Yeah.
sometimes. And
Yeah.
yeah.
That's good that way though.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Different.
Here, we'll look
perspectives.
right now.
Take a look. It's in a book.
Reading
It's reading Rainbow.
That's a great show.
Yeah, it was.
So's Magic School Bus.
What was the coolest show
Frizzle.
when we were kids? Like, I liked Fraggle Rock. I thought that was a trip.
I don't
See,
even
that's
know what that
before our
is.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple
idea.
years.
Yeah.
That was like a little bit before my time.
Everyone a couple
Hey, this
years
thing was
older
definitely
always says
unplugged
that.
the entire time.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I mean, it
literally
was-
just
it was still plugged in.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Still coming through, bro.
Fraggle Rock. I don't know. I like the Allegra's Window.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Eureka's
man.
Castle. I feel
Eureka's
like I asked
Castle
you.
with
Castle
the
was
blue
best.
with
Was that
the
past
blue
your time?
the blue
No,
bat.
I remember Eureka's Castle, man.
Yeah.
I think that was the same parent company as Fraggle Rock. Like
Okay.
everyone looked the same.
Fraggle
You remember Gullah Gullah?
Man, I can't
Gullah
even
Gullah
remember,
Island.
like,
Come,
Oh, yeah.
I know the entire song. Come on, let's play together. And then Brittany Weber. That's
Video
all.
video.
Kid shows now are
Easy,
so
Vicky, Vicky.
crazy.
Giant frog.
Has anyone watched what's the one? Yo Gabba Gabba?
Yeah,
No.
that's whack.
Fucking wild.
Crazy shit.
It's
I was gonna
crazy.
say, it probably would scare
It's
me.
Yeah,
awesome.
It is scary. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
See, like this one. This one is like $9 for a
Adventure
used
Time.
one.
What about like a digital version of an iTunes comic?
What's a digital version? Like you download it on the
Here,
Kindle or
like a
something?
pop.
PDF.
Right? I got it.
It's just like like a Kindle book. You just swipe.
Yeah, and everyone tells me they're better because first of all they'll last forever.
Because
You'll
it's like
never lose it.
instead of seeing like the whole page, like you see it on the right page, like oh fuck that happened before you read all of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's
Fuck the
that,
future,
and people just think it's a clearer medium. It looks cleaner.
$14.99 for a new one.
Like issue
Damn.
1 or what?
Yeah,
I
like-
doubt they even sell issue 1.
like volume 9.
Yeah,
like,
it's volumes, like a bunch of issues into one.
well, but it's only like 30 pages probably.
What are you talking? I think you're wrong.
No, I fucking bought the first book that they came
Yeah,
out
like
with.
a volume. It's not one issue.
I don't know if they're issues
It's
or
called-
volumes or
it's called a
not,
trade.
but it's literally one. It's like 30 pages in one book. It's not thick whatsoever.
Yeah, it's like multiple issues though.
No, you're thinking of
See, I'd imagine
He's
a new
talking about
comic
trade.
from
Trade
Walking
is
Dead
one
would be like
story.
$3.
But then you're thinking of like
No, it's just like volumes
no
of like
idea.
a bunch of issues into one volume.
It's just it's 1 to 6.
Yeah,
Okay,
see?
volume
I don't
1 is
know
1 to 6.
Why you guys doubt me at that stuff?
is that a trade.
Well, I don't know what
Yeah,
the,
an episode-
I don't
an
know
episode-
what it's called
I got
regardless.
it.
If
I got
it's,
it. An episode's $5.
Yeah, but they have trades too, don't they have trades?
The new ones are $2.
I don't know. what
Like the
trade-
ones you used to buy weren't 1 through 6. Back when we were
Even
young.
digitally.
This
It's so weird.
this exact thing that I bought was
$2.99.
Issue 1 through 6.
That's what you
and
bought back in the day.
this is what I bought like a couple years
Yeah.
ago, and this was
But that's
$15 for brand new, but it's only 6 episodes. It's like 30 pages.
yeah. They're
It's like
for a digital version. They're $3 each
Yeah.
when they come out.
Right.
whatever
just
they're
like normal.
whatever they're called.
But a volume is
Issues.
about 20,
Yeah.
15 to 20.
Because the volume is multiple
Yeah.
and a trade is 1, right?
But like volume
don't know.
3,
I don't know.
volume 3 is a couple episodes, and that's only $5.99. But volume 20
Try
is
doing Walking Dead
$14.99.
trade and see what you get. The thing's just one. If it's
Got
one,
that huge
if
argument.
it's 1 through 6, then that's a. Then
Someone
it's,
called the live line.
Then it's what we say it's called. It's called
1-800
oh,
Work Hard Pittsburgh.
The Walking Dead. I don't know what a trade is.
Yeah, I know.
trade. If it's
Jump
1
to
through
trade
6,
paper.
Like a trade paperback is
I
just
think a
like
trade is
I
just
think it's
one.
a compilation of ones too.
just 1, yeah.
A compilation?
Trade paper. The
Compilation,
trade
yeah.
paperbacks.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah. We should just change this.
I was gonna say, it's like-
because this is dumb.
Getting
Stop
pretty
fucking
dead
talking
here.
about something.
Alright, so
Movies. Any new movies?
Trade paperback.
I saw Anchorman.
I
Sucked.
thought we were on
Second.
zombies.
Wasn't too
Fucking
impressed.
Sucked. You see Wolf of Wall Street?
That's what everyone
Yeah.
said.
I
I
had
want to
real
see
mixed
it.
reviews about it.
I've watched the
What?
long
I
one.
don't know.
Anchorman trade.
I know
stole
everyone
it.
said they didn't like it. I want
Fuck
to
you,
see
Paramount. I stole it.
Yeah,
What?
man. Wolf of Wall Street's.
One of the best. I watched it. My mom put it on the other day. I paused it before it even started. I said, listen.
Yeah, you need to prepare
I
yourself.
said there's a bunch of ass and titties, cocaine,
Cocaine.
and a shitload of swearing. And she was like, wasn't this like a real good movie? And I was like, oh, it was awesome. I'm just saying, it was wild as hell.
It was just.
I was so blown away in the theater. Like I literally did not know you can make a movie that wild
Yeah.
and have it in theaters.
That has the record for the most swear, the most.
everything.
most
Yeah,
F-bombs.
most
What's
F
crazy is
words.
he said that he never did any drugs whatsoever, like DiCaprio, and that's all acting. Like it's never like, according to him, has no experience with any of it.
You never know though.
You never know
He
those
says
actor
that,
types.
yeah.
Maybe
How
it's
about-
about.
What?
It's about cocaine and bucket naked hoes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What more do you really need?
Well, if you don't,
Soul.
Sums
if
it
you've
all
never experienced that, it's kind of hard to act upon it. Like, how would you ever know?
I don't know. I never did a Quaalude, and I feel like that's what you would be like if you were on Quaaludes for sure. He definitely portrayed it good.
I only heard Joey Diaz talk about that.
I was listening to Getting Dug with High, and they were talking about how James Franco supposedly never smoked weed ever.
Yeah, and Ari called him out and was
Yeah,
like, "There's
Ari was
no
like,
way."
There's no way. He's like, you don't just not ever do.
How messed up was Ari on that episode? Where they were live. Ari was just. Here's my impression of him the whole time, just jaw open.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I only listened
just
to him.
listened to him.
You mean when they were on stage?
Yeah, his eyes are like closed the whole
So ridiculous.
time. Him and Joey Diaz just came fucked up.
The funniest was whenever Ari was on Bert. Ari,
Yeah,
listen to him on
Yeah,
that?
that's a good one.
It was ridiculous.
I think Ari's one of the best comedians out right now.
He's
And
really-
I've
really
downloaded or I
Ari
checked out
Shaffir?
all the Tom Segura stuff.
Yeah.
Last episode, guys, we listened to Tom Segura while we ate food.
Shout out Lynn's Asian Infusion.
Our latest sponsor, Lynn's. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys. But I downloaded his last 2 albums, and they're awesome.
Yeah, dude,
Not
Tom
that.
Segura is really hilarious.
Yeah, he's great.
But you listen to that whole one that we were listening up
Yeah,
there?
I have Spotify, and his latest 2, Completely Normal and Thrilled and White Girls with Cornrows is all in there.
Yeah, White Girls with
White Girls
cornrows.
with
it's
cornrows.
called. That's the best. I had cornrows before, no big deal.
Yeah.
That's the best picture
Yeah,
ever.
Should tweet a picture of that from the
Yeah,
podcast.
you should.
I will. I'll do it.
I'm on it. I'll put it up right now.
His face.
I don't know if I have
So
it.
happy about it.
Yeah.
Where are you going to find the picture of me with cornrows?
In my personal collection of pictures of you.
Personal
Oh,
file.
you have that?
I'll find it on
I was
Facebook,
gonna
right?
say, I need a copy.
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
on Facebook or
I'll
not.
keep it in my wallet.
We should get it like printed out.
I actually have it. I actually have
Hang
it
it
right
up.
on the Mac here. Yeah, I got my MacBook Pro. You're no big deal.
Bear, you're not allowed to make fun of yourself. We have to tweet it. Not
Well, I'm
you.
gonna put it out at the PodRatz.
He's trying to
Twitter.
beat you to it.
No, I'll get it out there.
It's not on Facebook. I don't think. That's what I'm saying.
You like your computer a lot? It's a lot thinner than mine.
Yeah, I like this a lot. I really do. I love it.
Would you have cornrows in the zombie apocalypse?
Yeah, I'd have
Yeah.
the
It would be
wildest
logical.
hair.
Yeah, because then you wouldn't have to like.
If I had, if
Wash your hair.
the zombie apocalypse happened right now, I would be like Danny McBride, and this is the end. And I'd start eating people, and I'd have just like
Yeah,
the
I'd be
funniest.
an asshole.
Yeah, dude. You have to do. If zombies came right now, people would be trying to kill you. Absolutely.
I'd be,
Yeah,
like, hurting people.
everyone
If
would
I-
be killing everyone.
Dude, if I was walking
You would
around,
like have to work together.
if I was walking around with an AR-15 and a vest full of ammo, someone would literally shoot me in the head and take all my shit.
Well,
Yeah, it'd be like fighting for supplies and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
food.
like.
People
At
would be
first,
scumbags
at
about
first
it.
people would work together, but then once shit started getting
but
scarce,
that's only if you're on your own though. Because think about it, like
I mean,
the blowback from that. Possibly,
mean,
like if you're with other people, you
the,
know what I mean.
the only way
It's gonna be like
people would work
gangs-
together if it
gang
was like
mentality.
if it was like your friends and a family, like other friends and family that are in like their own different group would definitely.
There's gonna be
try to
like
take over your
you know a
shit.
group of shitty rednecks.
Yeah,
who
people
just
are gonna
fucking
rape
kill
your,
everyone. Yeah,
rape all the women.
be like
Yeah, but
con-
like I said, man,
convicts.
you check your morals at the door during a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it's all there's no rules anymore. If zombies come, there's no God,
If I'm
and
chilling with some dude I don't know and we're getting swarmed by zombies and we're running,
I'm tripping you the
better
fuck
believe
up.
him. You're gonna get hit in the leg with something.
Yeah.
You're gonna fall, and I'm gonna make it.
Like if Buzzy was sprinting right next to me, I know Buzzy's gonna outrun me.
Wouldn't be right next to you. I'd be way ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for 10 seconds.
Yeah, and I take my big Bowie knife that'd be right on there, and I go, boom, and even if it hit him in the back of the head with the butt of it, he would at least fall, and I'd go, your Achilles, hink, and then I'd say, peace.
You would see, I can just
I
picture
would do
Buzzy in zombie apocalypse. We'd find like some grapes and berries and like random shit to eat, and he'd be like, I don't know, man. Is there gluten in this shit? I can't be. My stomach's so sensitive now. I'm gonna hit it hard.
I'd be eating all
We'd
kinds of
find a
funny
sandwich.
shit.
We haven't eaten for 3 days. We'd find a sandwich, and Buzzy would take the bread off and be like, "I'm on. I don't need that extra. I don't need those extra carbs."
Buzzy, I mean, he has his reasons.
No, when there's zombies trying to fuck his shit up.
I'd eat bread if there was. I'd eat bread if I'm drunk. I'll eat bread if there's zombies.
Eat a big ass pizza whenever you're drunk and just puke and shit everywhere.
Just wake up, gagging.
It would probably be like a war to like raid a Walmart.
Oh yeah,
It'd be
Oh,
like
that'd be
thousands of different
fun.
groups of people like fighting every shit.
I would definitely go to Gander Mountain first. Like if I was around here, first I would go to if I was at my house, I would go to RC Walters first because they sell
RC
guns
Walters.
and ammo in there.
Yeah.
And then I would probably go to
Only
I mean,
a
I
few
have
though.
enough-
They only have
Dude,
a few
but,
guns
like,
there, huh?
they.
think
I mean they
RC
probably have
Walters,
15.
That's
Someone
like a
might
death
have-
trap.
Someone might have been there already.
Well, I'm saying like if that's the
Check
first
it
place
out.
I would
And
try to go.
there's like you're in like that.
There's just one
hollow.
way.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's a dangerous place to go.
but it's not too far away. It's a lot closer than Gander Mountain, and they do have a lot of shit there that you could use. First thing you gotta do is definitely barricade your house, any windows.
I'd be getting out of my house. There's no way I'd stay around here.
I would stay in mine. We have a big ass garage right next to my house, and like if you go in the garage, there's like a 15-20 foot ceiling in there, and the only way you could get to it is like with a ladder. So I would just chill up there, and even if zombies got in there, there's no way for them to get up top.
Yeah, but then what do?
But then
I mean, you could wait until shit would clear out a little bit. Then you would be able. I'm just saying that'd be a good place to hide.
probably just get worse though.
Yeah, you just eat up your supplies.
And
you just
if
fuck up
people
Oh,
come
but
along
if
too,
you-
they can just shoot up at you. And
Yeah, but I'm saying
get it
at first.
nowhere.
What are you doing?
The picture.
Tweeted it.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Where was it at?
So
What do you
happy,
think?
Is it on Facebook?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that's pissed.
Everything's on the book, bro.
Yeah, I got a picture of my cornrows up on PodRatz Twitter page.
Check
Check
it
them
out.
out. No big deal.
Check it out.
Reason I got them cornrows, just so you know. How about this? I'm gonna tell that story.
I hope you don't give a reason. We just speculate.
I went there and
Where?
I went to my buddy's house. Anyway, we were down there and it was Halloween time, and I fucking was gonna be Corey Taylor from Slipknot. All right, because I went to and I bought a Slipknot mask and a
Yeah.
Slipknot shirt and everything, and I was like, oh, what am I to do like with my hair or anything like that? And I was like, hey, can we put these in cornrows? And the girl I know who cuts hair, Katrina, she braided my hair into cornrows. At first, I wanted to be Seth Rogen, and I was gonna get someone to be.
Was your hair long as fuck?
It was pretty long. It was like down to here. First, I wanted to be Seth Rogen and I wanted my hair permed so I could pick it out in a fro. She refused to do it.
I would too.
She was like, I will never. She was like, I will never do that to your hair because
Yeah, it's for like a couple months, right?
it's for until it grows out. But I literally begged her. I went to her house. She said no at first, and I went to her house and I begged her. I was like, Katrina,
Barry walking down the
please.
street with a fucking Jerry curl.
Dude, I would rock it the hardest.
You would, bro.
I would rock it so hard. You have no
He
idea.
pulls it off, brings it back.
Yeah.
Cry baby.
Dude, I would rock it so hard. The dude I know who raps, Mayo, he had a Jerry curl for a long time. He had a Jerry curl like mullet. It was sick.
I had a tail. I
That's
used to have tails.
that's the funniest. Remember whenever Herb had that funny ass hair? Rob Herb had the wildest, longest, curliest hair. He looked the craziest.
I used to have steps, right?
I still have them.
I had steps and a tail at the same time.
Whoa.
Just to be an a-hole, you know what I mean? And I was in the Philly Corral. Like just chilling, you know what I mean?
Shout out to our latest sponsor, the Philly
And
Corral.
some dude like rolls up and he's like, bro, I like really like your hair. And I'm like, why? Bro? It's so hard.
That's the
I
funniest.
like it.
We should get back on the zombie topic. I feel.
Yeah, if we'll pick another, like, we got, like, weapons down. Your favorite movie.
Do zombies smell?
Yeah, I'd imagine
Yeah,
they smell
rotting
like
bodies.
rotting flesh. Yeah.
The rotting
Or do
body.
you
Bet
mean,
they
do
smell like
do
shit.
they smell
Do they have a
other
sense of
people?
smell? You mean?
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna change my question to that. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Do they have a sense of smell? I don't think so.
How
I
did
don't
they?
know. I thought I heard some snouts sniffing around on Walking Dead before.
I think zombies are
Yeah, I
pretty
bet they could
bullshit.
smell you.
You think? I feel like they don't. I don't know. Maybe that's
They
a good
can
question.
hear, right?
Yeah, they
So
can definitely hear. Hearing is what
Maybe
they
they
do.
can smell.
Do you think they could see?
Yeah, they can. What?
They're all blind, running into
They
shit. Like,
can see. But I do. I like what The Walking Dead does with their zombies. They have good zombies.
Can I have a question
Yeah.
about zombies? So 28 days later was a virus going bad.
Yeah, it's a rage
whatever
virus.
Will Smith's movie when he was.
I Am Legend.
That's
Those
a
were
virus
vampires.
going-
Those were vampires.
Yeah, that was like a
Explain the
hybrid.
difference.
Vampires and zombies.
There was no
They
garlic
had
involved.
civilization then.
Yeah, well, they supposedly fed off of blood because I read their book. I
So
read
what zombies feed off of brains?
they just any flesh. Vampires are
They eat
strictly off of.
I had no clue there was this
blood.
many rules.
Dude, they all
They
change.
eat brains.
Brain.
They eat brains and gain the knowledge.
Vampires. I read that book originally, and the book was so much better than the movie, obviously.
what I
And I read it a couple years before the movie came out. So
Mike
it's-
Patton did all the voicing for the zombies
And what?
and I am
in
Legend.
I Am Legend. Yeah, every single zombie. He
Who
was.
is it?
Mike Patton, the singer from Faith No More, or Mr. Bungle, or he's the singer for a bunch of bands.
It's because all they did was scream in that.
Yeah,
movie.
there's videos of him like tracking, and he's just like making kind of throat noises and
That's
screaming.
wild as
Yeah,
hell.
and
I
then,
never
then
knew
you put
that.
him in the computer and pitch shift them to
Yeah, I
whatever.
never
Yeah.
did. I mean, I thought it was a good movie. It was definitely a cool
They
concept,
just
but
could have
like,
made him look a little better.
oh yeah,
looked
they were all
so
just
weird.
CGI and
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Dude,
too
the
fast.
book
CGI
is so
hasn't-
much sicker
bizarre.
because like if they used like 30 Days a Night zombies, that's what I thought of whenever I thought of like whenever I was reading the book.
You mean vampires? 30 Days a Night vampires.
Yeah. So
Dude,
it's all confusing.
the ones in there were pretty wild.
Yeah, that was a cool one. I like that.
That thing was
Yeah, that's a
God,
pretty creepy movie.
no God.
So,
Yeah, they got, like,
what
language
are the
and
Walking
stuff.
Dead zombies? Are they a virus going bad too?
No one knows yet.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't know
Supposedly,
why.
there's
Probably
a
like a
character.
virus.
There's a stupid dumb redneck with a mullet who is supposedly
Like
has
a
the
doctor.
cure of this, or not a cure, but he knows exactly what happened and why it happened, and like this is what's
So
going
it's up
on
in the
now.
air.
Yeah, and like
Resident Evil's a virus going bad. Is there like
Yeah.
what was like
The
Evil Dead,
T-virus.
or like what was
Evil Dead was just like demonic.
just rising from the
Demons and
grave
shit.
Yeah.
randomly?
Yeah, that wasn't.
Not
that
Book
wasn't
of the
That's
Dead.
a Necronomicon. They were
Yeah.
from Necronomicon.
yeah.
What's
yeah.
that?
The Book of the
The
Dead.
Book of the Dead. So
That
like
stuff's the worst.
it was all like demons.
You don't like
So
Evil
it's tied
Dead?
up with like
Dude,
spiritual.
hey,
Dude,
wait, pause
He
this
was
real
real
quick.
scared.
Real
Dude,
quick.
I don't do
Should I cut the
that,
audio?
man.
No. Listen, real quick. This weekend, we were up at the cabin, and Ryan put on Evil Dead, and Brian Skagline got
I was,
so
like,
mad. He was
legit
like,
mad.
He was like, "Fuck you guys." He was like, "Fuck horror movies. I hate."
Oh my god, I
He
have
was like-
same story.
He was
All
like,
drunk
I
and
don't
pissed off.
understand. He was like, I don't understand why anyone would ever watch this shit. And we were sitting there watching it. He was like, dude, like whenever she got that Vine shut
Was there like
up her
10?
snatch.
Was there 10 people there, and he was the only one?
Yeah, he was
against
the
it?
only
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
And I was so pissed because I was kind of drunk, And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" That like,
Bro, that
like
shit's
makes
sick in that movie.
oh, it's so good. It's
Sick.
one of the best like effects and everything like that. Like newer movies, absolutely
Yeah,
hands
man.
down.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Come down and suck your cock, pretty boy.
Yeah,
It'd be hard to say no to.
yeah.
That's how I know I'd be dead. I'd be like, I got like 10 minutes. I'll be done. I'll be dead.
Yeah, way to go out though.
Yeah,
Way
but
to
like
die.
Yeah.
Evil Dead technically isn't zombies. It's like possessed.
Demon shit.
Yeah, demon,
yeah.
the
You
monster.
ever see
wait,
the originals? You ever see the
Oh,
originals?
yeah.
Yeah, the original is wild.
I've seen only the clips because my buddy's such a zombie fan that he would travel around the places that they filmed to be there.
Yeah.
Where did they film that at?
Some whack ass cabin in the middle of nowhere. It burned down like a little bit ago.
Really?
I think I know that's that.
I don't know where.
It's not in like Pennsylvania, though, right? Is it?
I don't think so.
That movie's, man, this movie's just so.
Dawn of the Dead was what was PA?
Dawn of the Dead was in Monroeville Mall.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the one
Yeah.
before that?
Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead. Okay,
That was in PA too.
that's
That
the
was-
one I saw where the house they filmed that was next
Oh,
to the
yeah.
cemetery. I've been
Yeah.
there. It's
Yeah.
up by Slippery Rock. Some of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been to that.
that would be cool. We were gonna go up there the one time. Remember whenever me, you, and Dustin were gonna go up there one
yeah.
time at like 3 a.m.
Yeah,
We were just
Oh my
like,
God.
nah, we're all
Yeah.
fucked up. Real funny.
But that remake, the Evil Dead remake, you like that?
I loved it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
People hated it though.
I know
Yeah, some
everyone
people didn't
hated
like it. I was like real into the original.
That's one of those
ones, though,
movies
so-
that like is so has such a huge cult following. No matter
Yeah.
how good
Bruce
it could have
Campbell,
been, people
for
were
real.
just gonna hate it because it ain't the original.
Yeah,
You know
What
I
did
mean?
he say at the end?
groovy.
Yeah, groovy.
It's like his
yeah.
line.
I couldn't remember what he. That's cool that they put him back there.
Yeah.
Man, that shit was fucking. It was like scary, man.
It-
It would be.
It was a scary movie, dude. Like if that shit really happened, that was definitely. She bitch cut her face off. The hot shower.
Yeah.
Wild city. I really hope this is recording.
Oh, everything's
Hopefully this one works out.
I was moving that to because Dan's leaning in so far. It's just Dan's fault.
What
It is.
So-
I checked the stream this time. We tried YouTube last episode, guys. I'm sure the one listener, whoever's tuning in, but we tried YouTube, and I don't know if I screwed up by not setting audio on here or YouTube.
Let me get my phone
Compression.
real quick. Let's see if anyone.
Oh, I
said
checked it.
anything
I
about
checked it. We're good.
Oh, I know, but I just want to see if anyone like said because Ryan and Dustin said they were going to tweet it and say, "Oh, Dustin, holy shit!" There's a bunch of people that said shit.
Bunch of rats.
Yeah.
bunch of reds.
Yeah, a bunch of rats. Anyway, Dustin, our buddy Dustin, he's like a zombie movie fan, or he's just a scary movie fan. He said, and I told him I would bring it up. He said, "My 2 cents for the zombie discussion. I'd set up a nocturnal sleeping habit so if you're attacked when sleeping, it would be easier to escape in broad daylight rather than night. Plus, you could move around stealthier at night," which is a very good point. It's pretty cool to think about that. Like if you were nocturnal and you just slept in the daytime and like a bunch of zombies came after you, you'd be able to escape. You would have light and everything like that, but it would also be a little bit harder to escape.
It'd be hard to sleep.
Yeah.
It would be
Be hard to function
worse
without
for,
coffee in the apocalypse too.
I mean, just like
Yeah.
It would be worse for
Hard to
people
sleep,
attacking
yeah.
you though. For zombies it'd be better, but for people it's probably worse because you're
Yeah.
more visible, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you think of it, if it happened like in The Walking Dead, it's not like anything like stopped. It's just like the absence of resources. Like he like Carol was making shit at the last in the last episode, like the stoves and everything, electricity and everything still works. It's like it's not like it just stops. It's just I mean eventually it will for sure probably, but the stove was still working whenever she went in that house and everything.
yeah. How did that?
Carol.
work?
Because it's not like it's not
yeah.
like they stop everything. It's
I was
just
gonna
like
say,
people
well, the
get like
natural gas would
die
work.
off and everything. So
Yeah,
eventually
gas
it'll
would
run
run
out.
out.
But I mean, for a certain amount of time, you would definitely be able to use all that stuff.
Yeah, there'd be like gas and shit and some
Yeah.
stuff still. But yeah. Oh, alright.
Oops.
I'd want to just like find a boat and like go to an island or something,
That's
and then
it.
just
Yeah, that's
like
what everyone says.
hunt
Yeah,
and
then
kill
what
all
would you
your
do?
own stuff,
Yeah,
until-
be pissed.
and just hope that there's no zombies on the island.
Yeah, like in
Dawn of the Dead at the end, yeah.
They're like, "Fuck yeah, we're at this island, baby," and they're just like, "Rah!"
Oh, yeah.
You know what else was a sick movie that was like I don't know if it was necessarily zombies, but it was more or less cannibalism. Was Ghosts of Mars with Ice Cube? It's a pretty cool movie.
I remember watching that a long time ago, and I fell asleep. I
Remember it
never
was
watched
the
all
girl
of it.
from Species? I can't remember her name, but she had two, or Ice Cube at the end, like, she like gets saved, and then like I guess all hell breaks loose again, and he like opens the door where she's in like the hospital bed. He's holding 2 Phantoms like from 007, Chrome Phantoms.
been too long.
He was like, "Let's get ready to roll." Like Ice Cube, that's the funniest. Ice Cube used to be the hardest. Like he's still hard, but I mean like he used to be the hardest, but now he's in
kind
like
of a sellout nowadays.
now he's in like Are We There Yet and everything like that. It's pretty wild.
Isn't he was
was
just
part
in
of
like
Brooklyn.
a Pepsi commercial or something? I think.
Yeah,
Wasn't he?
wars or something.
Yeah.
He was and he was in the groups that were like fuck the police, and now
Yeah.
he's like doing kid
NWA
movies.
laid the foundation
Yeah.
for gangster rap.
He's just getting paid, I guess.
Yeah, dude, it's all about getting
I
paid,
hate him for that.
stacking up that paper a little bit.
Wonder what like real rich like rappers would do in
They
the
would
zombie
all
apocalypse.
die.
Like
They would
really
all
rich
die.
They would
people,
all
you know?
die.
They would have like their crazy guns that they have bought, and then they'd be like, "Fuck y'all shit," and just like waste all their bullets, and they would die off.
They
People would
probably
definitely
just
die off.
would,
Hide in a mansion or something.
yeah, just have a party and go out like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Apocalypse party.
if
you
I
watch,
was,
you watch Key and Peele?
oh, so
You
funny.
see the one when the zombies came and they were
No.
racist?
No.
There's this one where like
Yeah,
it was them
yeah.
dudes in that like there was like zombies and there was these 2 zombies trapped in his car and they're like walking by and they're like, what the fuck's going on? They like walk past the car and the zombies lock the doors.
That's a real good show. I like that show a lot.
Yeah, I have to watch that.
Fuck, what was I gonna say now? Oh, another like I wish they would really make a movie out of this. Remember that dude that I talked to, who wrote that book, that Fiend book? He just messaged me on Twitter, and he was like, "Hey man, I completely spaced out and forgot to send you that book that I signed."
Oh yeah.
And he just sent me. He was like, "Send me your address again."
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But that if they make a movie out of that, what they definitely should, that would be one of the sickest zombie movies. Like the idea wise, I mean, they
Yeah.
could fuck it up real
Yeah.
easy. That book was like incredible. Like I read that book in 4 or 5 days. It's just like it was just so good. And the thing with that was it's called Fiend because like it was a whole different take. It was like the only people that survived were like meth addicts. Like because there was something in like the meth that like
Like the
kept
antibody.
kept their heart like going and shit like that, and it was real crazy. It's a real sick book though. I have it if anyone wants to borrow it. Real pissed.
That sounds wild.
I bet
Real
if there was like a real zombie thing, that the military would just like
Yeah,
handle
probably
it like
yeah,
that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
yeah. I mean,
It's
that would
wherever it
definitely-
started, bomb the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they
Probably
would say
just-
fuck all
yeah.
the civilians
Yeah.
around there.
That
Yeah,
was
I
in-
mean, why would they?
Dan, Dan,
why
you
would they
remember
risk-
that?
I wouldn't blame
Remember
him.
that
if I
Resident
was
Evil
up for it.
3? They like bombed the city.
Yeah.
The government like bombed the city to
Raccoon
like
City.
try to take care of the whole zombie population.
I hate when people were like, they always say that they wish the zombie apocalypse would happen. Like,
Yeah, I know. Like,
no, man, it'd be the
Yeah.
worst.
it's, like you'd have to worry about your family
We were talking about
dying.
this the other
Yeah.
day.
The worst.
Yeah.
Everything that you care about now would not matter.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, this podcast would not be around. If it did happen, I would definitely rather have the Night of the Living Dead zombies. 'Cause
If I had like no family whatsoever, then all right, it wouldn't be that
Spice
bad.
things
Yeah.
up.
It would be
No, it
real
would still
bad.
be
Something
bad.
to do. Yeah.
Because like you said, there'd be like rows of ex-prisoners.
Yeah, there'd be
and-
crazy
dude,
people
you
killing
trying
and
to rape your
pillaging.
fucking
Yeah.
girlfriend and like your mother and,
And
stuff
you.
like that. Yeah, and me too.
Yep.
It'd be horrible.
Yeah,
Everything
it would be bad.
Yep.
I would go to California and find all the different movie sets, and I would take the 2 guns that Nicolas Cage had in Face Off, just so I had that.
Spend like your whole
What was that
life
movie I was
dedicated to
watching
finding
with
them.
Nick Cage you were making fun of me for?
Ghost Rider. Oh,
When he's on Alcatraz.
The Rock.
The Rock.
I wasn't making fun of you for that.
That's
a
I thought
good
it was
ass
sick.
movie.
Yeah, that movie's good, right?
Real
The
good.
Rock's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Rock.
You fell
Yeah, right, he
asleep
was
in the
watching
car.
Drive Angry. He was.
I
What's
never saw that
Drive
one.
It's, I think is it Emma Stone in that with him?
I don't think
Nick
so.
Cage just like drives this car real fast. It's about
Drives
as
crazy.
yeah. He drives-
Like Riker in the A-Chord.
yeah, dude, that was a wild car. Back in the day, it was wild for sure.
Yeah, man. Can we talk about Nick Cage?
Yeah, what do you
I'll
want to
talk
talk about?
He might come
Yeah.
on now.
Yeah, I don't know.
We could
I don't
probably
understand why everyone
good
hates on Nick
chance.
Cage.
He's
I don't
terrible.
understand. Someone told me
His
that.
choice in movie roles lately has been a
But
little whack.
Whatever.
We have 3 live listeners. Shout out to the
Oh,
live
hey.
listeners.
Yeah, look at like Con Air, bro. Good
Con
movie,
Air,
right?
real good.
Dude,
But
whispering Cameron
Nick
Poe.
Cage
Cameron
in that
Poe.
movie, it's like a comedy that ain't meant to be funny.
Put the bunny down.
Yeah, like his
Put the
expression.
bunny down.
His accent.
I like that movie.
He honestly, he does. Nick Cage definitely has the most epic names for any movies. Memphis Reigns,
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
like Cameron Poe.
Skull's on fire.
Yeah, feels like my skull's on fire.
Yeah, I'm cool. My skull's on fire. I'm cool.
In Face Off, oh, what the fuck? Wait, don't. I gotta remember.
Yeah.
He always goes like this.
Shit.
He like rubs people's faces.
Wait,
I don't remember it. Look it up.
no, I gotta remember. I'm gonna remember it.
Quick thing about Nicolas Cage though, is it true that I don't know? I heard this a long time ago that why he does all those bad movies is because when him and his wife got divorced, his wife's brother was his like accountant, and like he got cleaned out
Stole
real
all his
bad.
money.
Yeah,
That
I
might
guess
be.
I don't know. I have
You
no
know his
idea.
name ain't even Nick Cage.
Yeah, it's something ridiculous. Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll look it up right now.
What about his
pull-
wife and
Pull up a
The
picture of
Rock?
Nick Cage's
I don't
son.
know
You
if
ever
that's
seen Nick
true,
Cage's
but-
son?
Nah.
Yo,
Someone
pull a
told me
picture
that.
of Nick Cage's son. You gotta see it, bro.
Alright.
It's him, Nick Cage's son, like them together.
Nicholas
They look
Kim
alike.
Coppola is his real name. Nicholas Kim Coppola.
Capicola.
Capicola, that's what I'm talking about, bro.
His real life
Where do-
name is awesome. That's why he
where
picks
do
all
I
awesome
sign?
names in movies.
Nicholas Cage's son.
Right here.
Images.
Let's see what his name is.
Dude, that is not him.
Right here, click out.
How are we gonna say
Hold it up. Hold it up.
Well,
Just hold on.
just tweet it.
Hold on.
Oh, check him out.
Yeah,
dude.
keep turning. Right there.
No way. That's really him.
Is that
Yeah,
real?
bro.
Is that real?
Does that look good?
That kid just wants to be brutal, but Nick Cage won't let him.
Let me see the
There it
little
is. There it is.
That's Nick Cage's dude.
Put your glasses on, you rat.
I guess I do got him right here.
It's real funny.
What a hard knock life, man.
Yeah, dude. That's. How about the other day? Whenever I was watching the Grammys or whatever, they do like them. They do like the info on the bottom. It says like the random facts. I cannot believe that's his son. That's weird as hell. But Tom Hanks' son is like a rapper now. He like raps.
Tom Hanks?
Yeah, Tom Hanks' son raps.
Castor
Stupid.
Troy. Is
Yeah,
his
Castor
name.
Troy.
Yeah, that's the sick. I forgot about that.
Fuck, I
That's a
couldn't
pretty
remember.
cool name.
Yeah, dude.
Is
He
that
has,
anything like Pastor Troy? Isn't that a rapper?
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, Pastor.
Is he any good or?
Who?
He's Tom Hanks' son.
No, not really.
No.
Not really. I listened to it. It's really. He had the first song I listened to was a remake of Black and Yellow. And,
Really?
Well, it wasn't like a remake, but it was the same beat.
Does he have more than one son? Because his one is
I don't
like an
know.
actor that was in Dexter.
How do you
Remember,
get
like
any kind of credit being
the
Tom
religion
Hanks' son
season?
being a rapper?
Yeah.
Who knows?
He
man?
was like the killer. That was
No.
Tom Hanks'
It
son.
was real
Oh
funny.
yeah.
But what time are we at right now, Buzz?
I don't know. Let me check the tweet. I'll tell
It's
you
like
in a
an
second.
hour, I think.
I don't think it's been that long even.
No,
I'm gonna
6:15?
write into you, write into
Definitely
Ustream
been an hour,
and
man.
tell them to
it goes quick though.
give us timestamps.
Yeah.
You look at like if you're a rapper, man.
What?
If you're like a rapper, if you're a white rapper, especially, it's gotta be hard. I mean, you can be compared to Eminem.
Hard in the
Yeah,
streets,
exactly.
You
right?
ain't gonna be Eminem.
Yeah, I tweeted 1 hour ago from there. So
An
we've
hour
been on
in.
for an hour.
Told you.
6:15 right now. Yeah, we're good.
Mountain.
Anyway, if you were to be able to pick one thing to like always have to eat, like what do you think you would always
Like
have?
an infinite supply of food,
yeah,
you mean?
yeah. In a
No, I
zombie
think you can't just do
apocalypse.
one. I think you need like
Tacos.
3. Like
Well, okay, we'll do this.
Spam.
We'll do a snack food. Well, you get one snack food and one like main course that you can always
I think
have.
that you have. I think you have a box. You have a let's say 4-foot box of food that you can store for a year. What are you going to put in it? I think that's a much better question.
Oh yeah.
Like you have this much room for food. What are you stuffing that with?
Yeah, good. That's a good.
That's
yeah,
very
good.
good. Very good. Good job. Bro.
Tacos and wings.
Tacos and wings and brownies.
If it's limited space, I'm just saving for tacos and wings.
Dan was going hard on some brownies the other day.
Yeah.
I think I'd want like meat and then like cashews or something. You know,
Yeah.
give you
Dude, I know what
some
I'd do.
energy and whatnot to sustain the apocalypse.
I'm
gonna
gonna
do-
do spam.
Dude.
It's high calories.
Yeah.
It'd be good. And then I would put like multivitamins in there too, and you'd be like good to go.
Yeah.
Because you'd be deficient if you
Yeah,
were
your
eating
immune
spam.
system would be
have
shit.
no-
in the
I
apocalypse.
mean,
Yeah.
you can eat off of you can forage. You know whatever's
Yeah,
around.
exactly.
But I would have a 5-gallon tub of coconut oil because that's 1,000,000 calories of all healthy fat.
I think Yins are just going for like.
No, I think that and dried beef jerky, you dry out jerky and you
I'm
have
talk-
meat still, but it's dried
carry
and
it
it's just,
anywhere.
you have that calorie
that.
density.
Like, I understand that.
Technical.
I understand like the survival aspect of that. I'm talking about like just something that you like a
Like
lot.
tasty.
Yeah.
What
like,
are you going to keep with?
Yeah, like if you.
So like,
Oh,
there's
Dippin'
one-
Dots.
yeah, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. Dippin' Dots. Like I would probably have.
Oh,
I'd have geishas probably. Geishas. These guys right there. I'd have geishas
Oh.
and geishas and Chipotle probably. Man, that's so fucking. Chipotle's fucking awesome. Me and Buzzy just went the other day to Chipotle. Real
I
pissed.
haven't had it in a long time.
Yeah, Dan. We asked Dan to go, but he was like, "Yeah, boopy. I just woke up."
He woke me up. He called and woke me up and said Chipotle 5 minutes. I'm like, can't eat Chipotle right now. Literally just woke
You
up.
can sleep when you did. When you're dead. Anyway, Dill.
Yes.
Do you think that?
I'm ready. I'm ready for this question.
I don't know how I want to phrase it. What precaution would you take to be able to travel on foot when zombies were coming?
What do you mean?
Like, what would you try to go in the woods? Would you travel on a road? Would
would
you
you have a tool belt full of weapons?
what would you try to do to avoid being attacked? But obviously
I don't know,
being
'cause, like,
covert.
if you go on the road, it's like safer, but like what if like a band of crazy people are driving by
Yeah.
and just, kill you or something?
Yeah.
So maybe like the woods?
Can zombies drive?
No, I meant like humans.
Probably the
crazy
land of the
people.
dead ones.
Yeah.
Wide open would be key.
Yeah, like
As
a
open
field,
as possible.
an open
Yeah.
field or something.
With a rifle. Rifle be pissed. We have a 300 Win Mag, and you could shoot. My dad said that he shot a target 500 or half a mile, but you can literally put it in like a grouping. It's not hard to shoot a half mile. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
My mom just won a gun at a gun bash. It's a 7mm Savage rifle.
How does your family always win?
Yeah, lucky
I
rats.
never
Just
win.
go. The only person
We
who
need to start
hasn't
going
won.
to 'em.
Yeah, dude. You pay.
You
20,
probably have like a 1 in 5 chance of winning a gun at the
Yeah,
gun
you
bash.
pay $20 and they literally auction off a gun every half hour for 12 hours.
I went to 2 and I never won.
Yeah, well,
You gotta go 3 more. And
Yeah,
if
3
you don't
more.
get one, then
Well,
you
that's the first one I ever went to. I bought one $20 ticket and my buddies I was with my buddies. My buddy Damien bought 5 gun bash tickets.
just to get.
Because he wanted to win a gun.
And
he
he
bought
didn't get
he
one.
bought 5 gun bash tickets, and I was like, "Yeah, let me get one of the tickets off you." He was like, "All right." He
You
was
can
like,
go to them and be like, "Oh, I'll give you $100 for one of them," and they'll be like, "Oh, okay." Like you can buy a gun just straight out at a gun bash, right?
Yeah, you probably. I mean, I don't know. You
I
probably
mean, there's
could.
a,
think
there,
so.
like how does that work? Is there dealers that bring guns? to
Oh no,
them?
it's shit that's donated. They get
Okay,
all their stuff like
okay.
donated and everything. And
But you can get the hookup and
yeah,
buy a
I'm,
gun
I'm
there
sure
if
you
you
could buy
really-
one there. But we
Probably
bought
way better than buying 5 tickets.
he bought 5 tickets, and I was like, "Yeah, let me get one of them tickets." And my other buddy bought 2 tickets. He was all right. Well, I'm picking it, and he picked one, and he gave me it, and the number was 354, and my football number was 54. So I was like, "Oh, it's 54. That's pissed. That's my football number." He was like, "Yeah, whatever." So like every half hour, they auction off $100 cash and a gun. And he won like $100, and my other buddy won $100. And I was like, "Fuck, dude, I haven't won anything." It was the last call, and
The best thing they
well,
have.
I didn't know it was because there was just a table of T-shirts, and anyone who didn't win, they were just gonna auction off like 100
Yeah.
T-shirts and stuff. They called my number, and I was like, oh, I think I won. I was literally about to walk out the door. I was like, "Oh, I think they just called my number," and I went up to the T-shirt guy, and I was like, "What do I get?" And he was like, "Honestly, you could have this whole table if you give me this ticket." And I was like, "What?" He was like, "You didn't win anything over here." He was like, "You won the grand prize," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "What did I win?" And he's like, "An AR-15," and I was like, "Dude." I went over there, and he was like, "Are you 18?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." He was like, "All right, give me your license and give me that ticket." Fucking took me in this back room and gave me just this big ass box. It's a Bushmaster AR-15.
That's like the most expensive gun that they would have at a gun bash, right?
Yeah, it was back
With
then.
some crazy
back
craft
then it was like
rifle.
$1,100.
Damn.
That's like the second Bushmaster's second rated in AR-15s. First one is a Colt. Colt's rated like the highest. But as soon as I won, all these dudes were coming up to me. A guy was like
Trying to trade.
He was like, "I'll give you my my personal firearm right now and this gun that I just won here and $300 cash." And I was like, "Whoa!" Like, and another dude was like, "I'll give you $800 cash right now." Another dude was like, I'll give you this rifle, a handgun, and like $200. And I was like, fuck, all these dudes are offering me money. Like, has to be like worth something. And I couldn't get a hold of my dad to ask him because he knows everything about that shit. And
The guys you were with didn't know?
Fuck no, they're
Amateurs.
Yeah, one dude's like a he listens to Tyga and bumps and shit like that. So Damien, he don't really know about it, but he was so fucking mad that I won that, and he was like,
you don't know nothing about guns. That's what I would say.
Yeah, but it was still funny. I can understand.
Is he the one that sold you the ticket?
Yeah, the one ticket he gave me, I won that grand prize. But
so back about zombies. Back on the subject the podcast should be about.
That's what happens at podcasts.
Yeah, just go off. I want like a bow and arrow, like a compound bow. I think I'd be pissed. Cause like the Daryl with his crossbow, you have to like
takes a long time
reload that thing. You're like wasting a lot of energy.
Yeah,
like,
but on the other
back.
time, you got to think like you could keep that thing cocked and ready to go. A bow, you would have to pull it out of the quiver.
But if you're sick at it, just.
I don't know. I think it's an even trade. It's
How is he not just breaking arrows all the time?
He is, but like at first he had like 8, and now he's down to like 3, and he just broke one last episode.
So I think I only see him
So
break
there's
one.
like 2.
I want like a compound bow, and then like you'd need like a machine gun too.
Machine gun.
You know, because it's just like single shot. You
Yeah.
have to be like spraying.
If you had if I could choose, I would be like Casey Jones from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and have like a golf bag on my back. I'd have a bat in there. I'd have a katana. I'd have a rifle, and I'd have like some handguns if I could. I would eventually acquire all that in time, and I would live off Spam. I make a mean Spam burger. Those are the fucking best.
Spam.
Good
Spam
stuff.
is good.
It is good, dude. Everyone hates on it. It's gross to think about, but it's fucking
Yeah,
good.
it's made a lot of foods like hot dogs are gross.
Yeah,
You know?
bologna's gross, but it's awesome.
Bologna is
Spam,
the
if you
first
put it
one.
like thin
Bologna's
fried
gross,
in-
but it's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like I'd get sick of Spam after like,
You haven't had me cook it, huh? What are you trying to do over there?
I don't know, I just lost
Lots of
the camera. And I can't bring any cameras back right now.
Podcast is over.
Yeah,
No, we're still streaming.
Going dark.
There goes one.
Hey, we're back again with the PodRatz.
No, the sound's good.
Hey, we'd like to thank Paolino's or whatever it's called pizza.
Get the
Paisanos.
name wrong.
Hey, Pasquale's. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, get a pizza.
That
Pazizis.
what is it like the zombie survival guide or whatever that dude wrote?
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
Max Brooks.
I hate that because it's like just some idiot's opinion about how you should survive.
Still a piss book. I read it. Did you read it?
No,
Dude, it
I
would
don't
be
want
good to know it.
Yeah, well-
so when if it happens, you
No,
know what
it's
everyone else
not.
is going to do.
I mean, I can understand why he says it's stupid because all it is just like some dude's opinion. But it's sick because a lot of the shit makes you like think. I read it before, and it does apply to it. Like it's.
But he
it's-
said you
it's
should
good.
use like bicycles and skateboards and shit, right?
I
To
mean,
travel.
in like one part, like I read it in 6th grade.
Skateboard doesn't seem like it'd be very.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's stupid.
I honestly don't remember him ever saying anything about a skateboard
Maybe
or
a
anything like that. But
I wouldn't want a bicycle.
but he has a bunch of like just different ideas, and it's pretty cool.
I mean, if I was like Dave Mira, then I'd want a bicycle. But
What are you doing on there? You better put that phone down. Jesus, Pete.
I'm zoomed up on him.
Zoomed up on who, Dan?
Yeah,
That's good.
reading his text.
So Dan, what would you, if you could choose a weapon, what would you have? You still never answered that.
Shotgun, bro.
Shotgun? What kind? Short, long?
Short.
Short, yeah. They have a pretty sick shotgun in that Pawn Shop Chronicles movie.
That's what I'll be
Tom
having.
Jane gives it to the dude. It's
Yeah.
chromed out.
Yeah.
Real pissed.
that's cool. I want to watch that still.
It's real pissed. So Buzzy, would you have a beard?
I without a doubt would have a beard.
I'd have a wild.
Yeah,
Like
you
what,
don't
I
worry
mean-
about
Well,
shaving
you
all
wouldn't
the
be,
time.
yeah,
Yeah,
you wouldn't be
I
able to
never
shave
keep
too
it warm.
often.
I might change my name.
What-
Make
what-
fishing line out of it if you need to.
Have like an apocalypse
Floss with
name.
it.
Yeah,
Like a
something
name you
wild.
give everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Death Star.
Sea breeze
Yeah.
or something.
Sea breeze. Something wild. Sea breeze.
Sea breeze or
Sea
something.
biscuit.
It's like the name of an old
You know, meth addicts always do
minivan.
shit like they change your name. Ocean salt. And you're like, what?
Dan, what's your favorite color?
I don't know, man. Blue.
There you go. That's a good
That's
answer.
mine too.
Fuck. What was I just gonna say? I had a good. Where would you hold yourself up if
It's
you
like
could?
speed dating.
What do you mean by that?
Like in Dawn of the Dead, they went to a mall. That's
Yeah.
pretty much where the majority of it was set.
with your ammo and food or whatever, where would you go?
Oh,
Well,
I got
they
a
went
good
to the
one.
mall, but like
I
you
don't
think
know if I
there's
should tell people that.
anyway. You went to the mall, but like they have everything there. There's food in there,
Text you, but-
shelter.
I'd want
but
rooftop access wherever I went.
They
I'd
did.
want.
They had. Did you ever see the new Dawn of the Dead?
Nope.
What the fuck is
Oh,
wrong with you?
that's
I'm a fan of zombies, bro.
Yeah, it's so good. It's real good. I don't think a mall would be that good of a place to go.
There's
There's just so
many
many ways
stores
to
in
get
there.
in.
Big, yeah, way
Yeah.
too big.
There's so many ways to get in there, and once one gets in, like, be wild.
You know,
in
it
there.
would be a cool place, though?
Walmart.
Any sports stadium, because you can section yourself off a lot.
I think
it's
they
huge.
did awesome in walking in with the jail. I think that's real smart. Like,
Yeah.
if there wasn't people trying to like, if people didn't have a tank
Yeah.
and they just had a tank, but that's the only thing that was stupid about it. They just had a tank. Dude could drive it and everything. If they didn't have a tank, that would be a perfect place to go. Because no matter what, like there could be 100 zombies trying to push against them fucking gates in there and shit like that, and you can lock yourself in when
Castle
you're
would be
sleeping
pretty pissed.
Castle.
with a
Castle.
moat around it.
Drawbridge and a moat.
Yeah,
around
that would be-
it.
that-
Yeah.
you could actually
Dude, you'd be living like a
yeah.
king.
Yeah.
I'd be sitting in a lawn chair
Like a
with a
throne.
sunveil, and the zombies.
Yeah.
Ah!
Get some gators in that
Sunveil.
Yeah, some
I get a
gators.
moat. I put some sharks in there with laser beams attached
Yeah.
to their foreheads.
If I was living in water, I'd be a shark. Shout out Waka Flocka. What? Um,
Like a zoo.
a zoo?
Just
Eat
let
all the
out,
animals?
Like let the animals out.
Yeah.
Like
Don't even worry about the zombies.
perimeter.
Tiger would eat your fucking
Yeah,
face.
gorilla would come rip her face off.
Yeah, gorilla would just gorilla. Or I would just send a gorilla out to the zombies.
wonder like what like a polar bear would do. With
Yeah,
zombies.
because they don't
That's a
don't
fucked up thing to
they
think
don't do
about.
anything to dogs. Well, I mean, I don't know in this. I can't remember if
Yeah, I
they did
don't
anything
know.
in this one, but Dawn of the Dead, they didn't attack dogs.
You think Atticus would survive?
Fuck no.
I bet he would. Bro.
I would throw that motherfucker in a crowd of them bitches.
He would just come back up
Honestly,
and lick
you know what?
He would just bebop around everybody. Nobody would get him.
No, because if I was hungry, I would kill
They,
him and fucking eat
They
him.
ate the horse in like the first season. Remember when Rick
Oh,
was on
yeah,
it?
yeah,
So I
yeah,
guess
they did.
they eat animals.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Everyone hear about IKEA putting horse meat in their meatballs? A couple
Yeah, I
years
did
ago?
hear that.
You
I'd
ever
eat
have
horse.
meatballs? How good they
Yeah, I
are.
ain't worried about
Yeah,
that.
I'd eat a horse.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of
course.
animals, though, did you see the bald eagle eggs hatching?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Wow, the dude at work was watching it.
Right down here. Like,
Yeah.
literally, like 2
How many
miles from
bald
here.
eagles do you think are in like Pittsburgh? 2?
Yeah.
1?
Yeah, probably
Seriously.
two.
Like,
Maybe that's it. Maybe
two,
that's the only
yeah,
one.
Well,
The
there's
nest
like
is up
3
on
now.
his
'cause of
closet.
babies.
They have a live streaming of these eggs.
Yeah, did you see it fight off the raccoon that tried to get the eggs?
Yeah, that was
And
wild.
and a hawk. Did you see it try to fight off the hawk too?
No, but hawks are gonna go after them babies. though.
Yeah, for sure.
They say that they laid 3 eggs.
Have you seen the eagle's talons?
Hawk
They're
was
like
beating up an
they're
eagle.
like this. They're literally that big.
Yeah, they're huge. Their
That's wild.
wingspan's what, 7 foot?
Yeah.
It can be. It
7 or
depends.
9,
If is it a bald eagle? Or is it just a
Yeah,
regular?
bald eagle.
Golden eagle.
What
Depends
if
how
you
old it
were
is.
like
If they-
Mike?
7 foot, yeah.
What if you were like Mike Tyson and had like your tigers? Like they'd probably fuck up zombies, you know?
Yeah.
Like a tiger.
What
But I
was
think
their
they're
names?
so-
Did you finish that
Probably.
book?
What?
Did you finish the Tyson book?
Yeah, a while ago.
How
it
was
good?
it?
It was real good. Just the craziest thing ever.
Yeah.
I don't think a semi-domesticated tiger would attack any human being just because they're raised to be nice around humans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but-
Tell that to fucking
Siegfried and
Sig-
Roy.
Yeah, Siegfried
Yeah,
and
but
Roy.
if it's gonna get hungry, it's gonna eat you just as quick as it's gonna eat a stranger.
Yeah, but that tiger was
That's
definitely not
actually
hungry.
true.
Yeah, Tiger was just pissed. Like,
I heard that.
y'all
I
gonna
heard that it
fucking
was
sit in
shocked and
this
trying
room?
to protect it.
You never know.
That doesn't
Who
sound
knows?
like it.
What about the dude who raised bears since it was a baby and it ate his fucking
Timothy
entire
Treadwell.
body?
He didn't raise them. He lived with them like a fucking idiot.
Same thing. Tomatoes, tomatoes.
Yeah, and stayed there when they were in
Dude.
their eating season.
You know how they always put them fucked up videos on Facebook?
Have you ever seen Grizzly Man? Has everyone here seen Grizzly Man?
No.
No, I never.
You got to do yourself a favor when you go home. Download Grizzly Man.
I know
it's
what
not.
happens.
It's not meant to be a comedy, but it really, really is.
Is it
It's
like a
so
movie or is it
funny.
a documentary?
The
That
dude,
dude lives with the wolves
Documentary.
too. Same
it's
way.
the dude obviously is fighting in his head between being gay and straight, and he doesn't get it, and instead of being rational and like coming out or dealing with those problems, he
Goes and lives with bears.
goes and lives with bears and
Yeah,
talks about. You can.
dude.
He's talking. He's
Yeah.
on the. He's in Alaska talking like.
this real?
Oh, this would be so easy
Is this
I could
real?
Just, if I could just date girls.
Yeah.
Is this real?
Yeah.
100%. It's
It's
hilarious.
not like scripted or anything.
The dude
no,
died.
he filmed everything himself
thanks
by
for telling me.
himself.
He got eaten to death by bears.
Thanks for telling me. I'm just
Called
kidding.
Grizzly Man.
Hey, for real though, there's another question
Spoiler
about the
alert.
zombie thing. What would you do to keep yourself sane? Like,
Probably
Masturbate.
can't.
like
Probably not much
I
you
feel
could
like
do.
I would be reading all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have an over.
Yeah,
The internet will be
don't
down,
have
right?
video games or TVs.
You
or-
do it. I mean, you have video games.
I'd
Remember,
play
Carl went in that
exercise.
one room and there was an Xbox in there, and he just like fucking, he just cut the cord and used it for the rope.
Yeah, it wasn't on
He
though.
didn't play.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you could probably play it.
There's
Like
no
no
power.
electricity.
the dude had the TV on in the one episode.
When?
What?
There was electricity and the he turned the
You
lamp
had a
on too.
generator, you could do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a big ass generator in my house too. Oh shit, they're gonna come.
Just
Just
play.
play
Nice,
Xbox
fuel.
the whole
Yeah.
time.
Waste your whole generator
Yeah.
playing
Oh,
video
yeah.
games.
Be funny. I would definitely be drunk all the time.
Yeah,
It'd
definitely.
be too dangerous.
I don't care if I was gonna
You'd be
die,
so
I'd be
out of
like,
it,
eat me.
Barry being there playing.
Not like blacked out, but like just drink a little, you know.
Yeah, get a
But
little bit
then
loose.
You'd sleep so heavy.
I'd play
there,
exercise.
Black out in a zombie.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, come like you
That's
don't
what he
know
did in I Am
happened.
Legend. I Am Legend, he had that dog running on the treadmill with him. That was pissed. Frank and Jens, what do you think Frank and Jens if he did?
I don't know.
Jens
Jens-
did-
Frank would
That
be
your
like
dogs?
awesome.
yeah,
there.
Frank would be
Jesus.
awesome. My brother's dog.
Jen's
Yeah.
would be
Okay.
just pissed.
Are those the ones that look like old men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jens just looks like an old Irishman. Shit.
We got to have your brother on the podcast.
Yeah, we do. He got a big beard. He was at the fights with us. Oh, me and Dylan went to go see MMA fights this weekend.
Yeah, let's hear about that.
yeah.
It was
Were there
real
zombies
wild.
there?
They were pissed. No zombies in sight, I don't think.
Do you think that would benefit you in a zombie apocalypse?
Well, I wouldn't. Like, if I head kicked a zombie, it would probably kick its head off. But why would you want to like put one of your limbs that close to their teeth?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So it's
I
not
would
really
head
worth
kick
it.
a zombie. I think the only way it would benefit is their
Your cardio.
yeah, cardio
that's all.
and shit like that.
Yeah, but yeah, it'd be too dangerous.
It'd
to,
be
like,
wild, though,
Put your
for
limbs
sure.
out there.
Dan,
Yeah.
what's wrong?
Nothing.
You got anything cool to say?
No, let's talk about something.
Hey, you want to give anyone a shout out or anything like that? Tyler
No,
from
man.
the airbrush shop for helping you with the hooking you up with the air and the brush and the paint for that fridge.
Shout out to Tyler.
Hey, that's cool.
I've met Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler's a cool dude. He was having a stressful day the other day whenever I went in there freaking out. Anyway, I don't know. You think if you had a ghillie suit and you just laid in like the bushes, they would just
Oh,
walk
it
past
depends like what the rules are.
Yeah.
Because
If they
like
could smell you though.
isn't like in The Walking Dead they like cover themselves with guts and shit and they could just like walk in between
And
zombies.
they never do that.
you. Yeah, that was dumb.
And then it was
that thing with
stupid.
Michonne,
Yeah, Michonne's shit's dumb too. Cause
Yeah.
like I don't know.
Did you don't watch Walking Dead? The thing what she did was if you remove the jaw off of the zombies, it like takes away their drive to eat, and they just walk around like dogs. And since you're
Well, I
walking
thought
around
it
with
was
zombies,
they just can't
eat.
bite you.
yeah, but if they can't bite you, she said that it takes away their drive
Yeah,
to
'cause
like
they
eat
don't
or anything
try.
like that.
after
Mhm.
they-
Yeah, they don't like try to do anything.
So
Yeah,
they're
so
just bodies that don't do
Yeah,
it.
it's bodies, but like since you have them walking around with you, it like no other zombies like come after you 'cause they think
like a
that you're
shield.
like walking with them. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought that was dumb though. 'cause
Yeah, I
they're,
thought it was
like,
stupid, too.
They're still there.
yeah.
I don't know.
I thought it was dumb too. So
Yeah.
whatever. The
Her methods are whack.
Wax
Wow.
City.
Yeah.
Well, you would think though, because it works in the show, that would be the only way that they would travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all
But
the
they
time.
don't.
Yeah, but it doesn't. They
Yeah.
don't at all.
Yeah.
I would never go anywhere without a jawless zombie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would definitely. I'd be hunting all the time. You'd have to, but it would be. I feel like it would be wild.
It'd be hard, yeah.
You'd have to, yeah. When you were saying like the stuff to remain sane, you'd have to work so hard to just stay
Oh, yeah.
alive. You
Yeah.
wouldn't have it.
You wouldn't have time, yeah.
Eventually, though, you
Find
not
food,
not
yeah.
having anyone to like talk to or anything
Yeah,
like
you're
that.
alone, man.
Yeah, it'll get to you eventually. I mean, you'll be cool for probably like a year, but I bet you like after that you would start
Yeah,
like
definitely.
hearing shit and like hearing voices. Like that's another thing I didn't like about Walking Dead. Whenever like Rick was seeing his fucking wife, like a ghost of her in a dress
Well,
and
I
everything.
thought that was cool because he's like killed like like I think at the time it was like 6 actual people.
Yeah.
Like that would fuck you up.
I mean, like it was definitely
And,
different.
You know, his wife died, so
But,
it
like,
probably really mess you up.
I guess calling the phone and everything.
Yeah, he's just
be
losing
wild.
his mind. That's probably what would happen.
I hope Judith dies.
Yeah. There's no way a baby would survive.
None
in the apocalypse.
whatsoever.
Thing would be
Like,
dead.
That thing would be dead. Like
What a fucking slut, bro. What a slut.
who?
Lori.
His fucking wife, man. She's like,
Yeah.
my husband died, and this is a zombie apocalypse. You're his best friend, right?
Oh, fuck you. Yeah.
When hit this shit? What's it been, like 3 weeks?
Want to get me pregnant? Yeah.
I don't know.
What a dumper, man. Dumper.
Tomper.
Dumper, bro. It should be the last thing on your mind when you're trying to stay alive and your husband's dead.
Yeah.
Zombies is trying to fuck his best friend. It should be the last thing.
Pigs is pigs, bro.
Girls will be girls. Bro.
Pigs is pigs. Oh, this isn't about zombies, but it might as well should be. I read this thing this weekend about this girl who's 25 who
Seen this link.
who put a post online
Oh,
that
yeah, I saw
said
that.
she needs someone with at least a $500,000 annual salary, and she would like start dating them and everything like that. And someone, J.P. Morgan, that dude who's he's like a billionaire.
Yeah.
He wrote back to her, and it was like he like had the most funny response ever. He was like, every year after you. Or every year we grow older, you would get less attractive. He was like, my money will never go away. If anything, it'll increase. He was like, so what benefit do you have for me? Like, just the way he answered back to her was so fucking
What did
funny.
she say?
She was like, she didn't say anything back to that, but she like put all these.
It was just
like,
his response. His
yeah.
the owning.
She put all these classifications.
I don't know if it was the actual dude or if it was them as a company themselves that like replied, but it was from JC.
Dude,
like
no way.
like billionaire. Like I own 1 million banks.
Yeah,
I have all your money.
it would be funny if it was a.
Was she hot?
No, I
I
mean,
saw that one
she was good looking, but not as good looking of her for her to be like.
Oh, it was from
shit.
it was from the CEO of JP Morgan. It was from the full out lead
Yeah.
of the company.
Real wild.
That's awesome.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like that'd
I
be.
bet it would be. Is there anyone, if you could pick any celebrity to be with on a zombie apocalypse, who would you pick? Mine would absolutely be Woody Harrelson.
I don't know. Maybe
Thinking
like
Mila Kunis from.
I was just gonna say Jessica Alba.
I'm thinking like Mila Kunis from that movie Murder in Hawaii.
Oh,
I Love You, Man.
no.
Or not I Love You, Man.
Something
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah, Sarah Marshall.
Let's just say something about Mary.
I don't know. Maybe like probably like Arnold or someone resourceful, you know, rich. And he drives that giant like tank looking thing
That's
too.
true. That's smart.
Arnold from like Commando.
Oh yeah, ideally
Arnold
from
Commando
Predator.
Arnold. Yeah.
Ideally Commando.
When he robs that armory and has all those guns on him
In
and
the
shit.
intro, he's just walking through the woods
With a tree.
With a tree.
I just listened to
Sword.
I just listened to him on a podcast with the guys from Nerdist.
Nerdist, I listen
Yeah,
to
and
him
he's
too, yeah.
just so cool and awesome now.
Yeah,
like,
he's real cool about it.
yeah.
That's
down
they
to
were
earth,
talking
dude.
to him on.
He was
Getting Duck with High,
saying
too.
how
Next guest
you
on the
remember
PodRatz
the
Podcast.
shed scene in Commando where he's like in the shed and he gets like saw blades and cuts someone's head off.
Yeah, he's like throwing and shit.
He was on that podcast and he was saying like how it was his idea to go in there and like how he knew it wasn't realistic. Like he was like, yeah, I don't know if a saw blade really decapitates someone, but who gives a shit? He was real cool about it.
Dude, those moves are the best.
Yeah. He killed like 87 people in there.
And he's like, get electrocuted.
Yeah. Bennett in the end. Yeah. Yeah, classic.
Approaching an hour and a half in like 2 minutes.
He goes,
Yeah.
remember I said I'd kill you.
It's an hour and a half
He goes,
and
I lied.
Yeah, he goes,
I lied.
That's the hardest line ever.
So, he said we're coming up on an hour and a half.
All right. Yeah, we can end it.
6:40 right now.
Yeah.
Is that cool? I feel like that went well.
Yeah, we got some good
Wanna wait
topics
for-
in there.
Yeah, we'll wait for Dave to
come
close
back,
her out.
bullshit a little
but,
bit more.
Yeah, it's episode 9, zombie survival. I mean, we got off topic a lot, but I mean,
That's
that's what
how it is,
happens.
yeah.
Got to deal with it. The finale's tonight on AMC, 9 o'clock. It's going to be real wild, hopefully. Hopefully someone wild dies, so it makes everything crazy.
Rick's gonna be on the Talking Dead for like the first time as
Yeah.
a guest.
How about that table on Talking Dead.
Oh, it's sick.
Dude.
Yeah,
It
that's
is,
a cool
it's
one.
sick.
Yeah.
It's like there will be someone in there.
Hey Dave, we're about to end this, so
Wrapping this rat
we'd
up.
like to thank you guys for coming on and listening to us.
Thank you.
Buzzy and the Hardware Store up in Mount Washington.
The hard word store.
Yeah, hardware, tomatoes. Yeah, that's it.
Well, who we have next week? We have
Next week is that Aaron
Yeah.
Claver.
Cleaver?
Cleaver. What? Yeah, he's a local comedian. I emailed him a while
Funny
ago.
dude.
But
Did
yeah.
we follow up? Is he definitely down for today?
Yeah,
Or for
I
next
told
week?
him. I told him April 7th.
Cool.
But
Gotta get this Burt podcast up too.
Yeah, we get that work on the audio for that.
Got
It's
work
almost
to do. Gotta do
it's
work.
on the line of inaudible.
all right. Well,
Yep.
thanks for listening.
It's been real, your rats.
Yeah. Hey. Hey, fuck off. All right,
Hey, you
bye-bye.
thought,
Go fuck yourself.
You guys shouldn't talk to your fans that way. Like you're serious.
Rogan does that.
I need a ciggy.
I
Hard.
don't know. I can't.
Yeah, let me get one,
All right.
please.
Don't yell at me.